Turkey Day lived up to the hype football-wise. What are the Leafs up to? The Raps remain perfect in NBA Cup play. McLaren's double DNFs in Vegas. And the Blue Jays land another arm. Hello and welcome back to The House That Happened, sponsored by Shuey's Bar and Grill, the only place to be in suburban Etobicoke. Voted 4 times the best dive bar in all the GTA. It's number 1 in our hearts. The Phoenix rising from the ashes. Give us a like, please comment, and please subscribe. It really helps us out. Hi, I'm Andrew Milani.
Hi, my name is Cruz, and what's good about Turkey Day when I made every pick wrong?
It was brutal.
I'm 0 for 4 for the weekend. Rhymes with Cruz in the pool is laughing their asses off. And I'm sitting here going, what's going on with this NFL season? I don't get it.
It was weird. Like the first, half of the year was like all the underdogs were not covering. Now it's flipped. The script is flipped, right? Well, all the underdogs are covering now.
Okay, so let's just say this. There was a stat out about road favorites or whatever in the last 20 games. They did not include the fact for 10 years Detroit was getting their ass kicked on frickin' Turkey Day.
Well, yeah,
so I looked at that stat and you go, the stats are just Detroit screwed up the stats.
Well, I looked up your Thanksgiving Day record. It's not that good.
Really? Really? Oh, gee. I've been watching them for 50 years and I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, it was like 45% or something was your win percentage.
If it's that. You know what? Did I tell you about that's how I broke my first converter? On Thanksgiving Day against Chicago.
I know. I know you're of a certain vintage because you call it a converter.
Well, whatever the case may be, I had to explain to the wife we just bought a big color TV.
What year would this have been?
83-ish.
So you're in Toronto already.
Oh yeah, I'm already here. Yeah, when I skipped out of work to watch the Lions blow it against Chicago, threw the converter, and then the wife had to come home from work and how come we can't change the TV from the couch? Well, dear, yeah.
Funny story about that.
$80 later.
Jesus.
That's an 83. $80 to replace it because that's how expensive.
Sure.
But you know, electronics today are half the price. They were back in the day and twice as good. But that's another story.
And with all the Black Friday Day sales, but we are not sponsored by anyone yet.
We're on our way.
Yes, we are. Any shout-outs you got for this week? I just have one.
Okay, I got a couple things here. Number one, we talked about this off the air, and we got to say this. The House That Happens does not appreciate when athletes are compared to monsters and make them celebrities. Should I mention any names?
Probably not.
Okay, but anyways, when you're out there and you got some of the most evil people that have ever existed in the case of mankind, and you're attaching their name as a nickname to any player, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. So from now on, if I'm out there, I'm going to scream. Anybody out there that sees stuff like that, let's just say no. Just say no. No more of that. We wiped them off the earth once and for all. That would be a great thing. That's why we don't want to talk about it, even though I know true crime is one of the most popular things in North America, and I don't understand it.
Well, women, that's why.
Shh. We already asked those questions. We don't want to get in trouble. We like our female fan base.
Hey, well, they'll tell you as well that they're into it. They know.
I know. I live with one of those people.
I just got one shout out. We had poker night last night. Johan organized this. Thank you very much. Marco Giovanetti, who you've met, were there as well.
Hello, boys.
Lucas Lindsay there as well. We had a great time last night. Only 5 guys, so this was our quickest moving poker night ever. We actually had time to play little video games after played. I don't know if you've ever played Jackbox.
No.
So it's like it's on the TV, but then you play with your phone. It's like you get little prompts, and then I think you would really enjoy it. It's really fun.
Okay, introduce me, and maybe one day I'll pick up a controller.
I'll bring my Nintendo Switch here one day. We'll play it or something.
Okay, which is a great segue for my second.
Oh, do tell.
If I see one more show where they have cartoons for highlights for the week, do you see that stupid show? They have a thing on where they have a video game and they show you the highlights for the week.
Okay, but that's for the kids, though.
If a 6-year-old gets into hockey because of this, I'll give it the benefit of a doubt. But I'm sitting here watching, I'm going, why is that video game on the screen?
That's like
and then I see the highlights. I see Cofield. What's Cofield doing on there? This is video highlights?
Yeah.
What kind of nonsense is this? Like, who are they
It's for the kiddies.
Okay, so you're going to tell me some 7-year-old's going to come down to Sportsnet and put on a bunch of guys running around looking stupid?
I would believe it. It's like how they have the Nickelodeon game and whatever for the NFL, and the NHL does like 2 like Disney games a year. Well, it's not for you.
Okay, but if it's going to advance eyes on the screen and bums in the seats,
which it will,
we'll have to wait and see. But it's such a tacky 2020s thing that I'm old. I'm straight up old.
I can guarantee you it makes at least a few kids happy.
Okay.
Isn't that enough?
Well, okay, I got all my grandchildren over. I'm going to put it on and see if they like it.
Okay.
How does that work? Okay.
That's your litmus test?
That's going to be, but it's going to be 3 girls, so I don't know how far that's going to go.
We'll see.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, but in any event, the next thing I wanted to bring up, I would like to know if you could help me out really quick from this. What's the ratio of fans under 40 as opposed to over 40 that believe the Leafs should tank? Interesting, eh?
I don't know.
I've heard a scuttlebutt around the city, and people are saying a lot of shit. But who's saying it more? The over 40 fans?
Probably the under 40s.
I'm wondering. I'm gonna keep a close eye on it because I hear some serious what? Can't bail on your team 20 at American Thanksgiving.
I mean, listen, the team isn't just going to tank, but at a certain point, when are you going to start to?
I don't know. Well, anyway, that's a little
because we know the Leafs' first round pick situation this year. It's got to be bottom or whatever. It's got to be a top 5 pick for them to retain it, and if that's the case, then Boston takes our 2028 pick instead. So,
gee,
which would be funny.
That would be just insane. You know what I mean?
Because next year's pick, the 27 one's already promised to Philly, no matter what. So.
Exactly. There's nothing they can get out of that. The other thing I wanted to bring up is we should shout out to the Brantford of the OHL
Bulldogs.
Yeah. Did you see their record? They just lost after 24 games, their first regulation loss.
Yeah, Zach Sandu plays for them now.
Shout out to Zach. Yes, he do. But, I mean, can you imagine that? They're talking about all the wagons going on in sports right now, and you got a team, when hockey is gold in this country, took 24 games for them to have a regulation season loss.
Wow.
Shout out to Brantford. Shout out to Zach Sandu. Keep having a good season.
Yep. Any more shout-outs?
Just one more, real quick. Considering that this is rivalry day, and I got a shout out to my Michigan Wolverines at the Big House today, as you can see what I'm wearing. I'm well prepared for the situation. I want to shout out to the University of Michigan Wolverines men's basketball team, which is something we don't look at very much, but it's going to be an interesting year. The only reason not, but I don't even understand this. This Thanksgiving Day weekend is huge in college basketball due to the fact that they have all the invitational tournaments. So what is all these teams go there so that they can have resume for later. Because, they got to play their conference games. But now what they do is they schedule to play other teams. So when the resume gets down for Final Four, they played this team, they played this team. Now, the team in November is different from the team in March. We know that, but of course it's on your record. But here's this thing. They played the Players Era Championship. Not only did they win the Players Championship, the last 3 games that they played in the tournament, they won by 40 and beat 2 top 25 teams. One was Gonzaga. You know how happy I was to see them kick Gonzaga's ass by 40 points?
Gonzaga, your favorite West Coast team.
Second favorite. Come on. Anyways.
Second favorite. Who's your first favorite?
I haven't figured it out yet. Okay, but anyways, Frew is the coach of Gonzaga. This guy's a little bit smug. He couldn't say a word after the game because Gonzaga gets in every year as a top 10 team. They're always there.
Yeah, usually one of the top 2 seeds in their bracket.
Yeah, whatever. They got beat by 40 points. This guy's never got beaten by 40 points in his life.
Wow.
Kicked his dog on the way out and stole his girlfriend.
Is the new Pac-12 in effect this season, or is that next year?
Next season.
Next year? Okay.
Next season. But anyways, big shout out to the University of Michigan basketball team and the tournament's been great, but we'll get to that way down the road. Any other shout-outs?
That's it for me.
Okay.
Ready to move on?
Yes.
All right. We are making great time here. We'll move this over to the NFL in our newest edition of Power Rankings.
Okay. How's your power rankings this week? Mine have changed drastically.
Mine have changed a little bit.
The landscape of the NFL has certainly been affected by the last 10 days, if you want to believe it. Want me to go first?
Sure.
My number 5 team in the power rankings are the Chicago Bears.
Whoa. Okay.
Number 1 team in the NFL, in the NFC North. Some said their schedule is favorable. I'm sick of that.
Number 1 team in making their fans shit their pants.
Every time, okay, they've had some fourth quarter losses, but their win over, which we will talk about in a bit. Their win yesterday was something
Over Philly,
and their record and where they're going. I think, and I've said this, 10 wins will probably get you into the playoffs.
They're at 9 now.
They're at 9 now,
Yeah,
and so if 11 wins, might even win the division. But
with that tie that Green Bay has,
very
yeah, possible.
That's it. So my number 5 team is the Bears. Number 4 is the Denver Broncos.
Ooh.
Okay, I didn't really want to do this because I thought that maybe I left Indianapolis out this week, but we'll talk about Indianapolis when we do our rundown. So number 4 is going to be Denver. Number 3 is the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
We'll talk about them in a bit because they might be a tad fraudulent, but with that defense, we'll talk about that along the way. Number 2 is your New England Patriots.
Okay.
Can't deny them. Top 10 defense, a little bit of trouble with the offense. But I think Vrabel will have them going. And when you got to go through Foxborough, anything can happen.
Sure.
And, of course, you know my number 1 team.
LA Rams.
Thank you very much. Team going to win the Super Bowl. I'm going to say it right now.
All right.
Okay.
So my number 5, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. They were going to be 3 until that loss yesterday.
Oh, you're getting Philly. Look at the last 2 games.
We'll see.
You got Philly on your team.
Just hanging in there. Just hanging in there.
I guess.
So I don't really believe in Chicago, though.
Well, we'll see in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the record, as we're going as of today. You know what? If Philadelphia is hanging on from the Raptors so they don't fall, clinging by their fingernails, I guess the Lions are hanging on to their feet.
Whatever the case may be. Number 4, I have the Indianapolis Colts. They were number 3 last week.
They were tough to leave out of my top 5.
Yeah.
They really were, but shit's going to happen.
I don't necessarily deny that.
Shit's going to happen.
By the way, Philly was number 4 on my list last week. Indy was number 3 on my list last week. Number 3 now. They were unranked last week. I got the Seattle Seahawks.
Got to have them in there.
Holding firm at number 2, I have the LA Rams. And holding on at number 1, New England.
Biased as fuck.
Oh,
Biased as fuck.
that's the name of the game.
Okay.
And then Detroit was my number 5 last week. They did not make it back on the list for...
I'm having trouble putting them in my top
reasons,
10.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble putting them in my top 10. But anyways, it's made the season really quick. So anytime we're going to do our league rundown right now, and the word next is probably going to be the most pertinent word in this. Okay?
So we're going to go through week 12 and then the Thanksgiving
pick up from
games.
here. Okay,
yeah.
right? Okay, so let's start off right off the top. We had Atlanta, who are going nowhere. You know what I mean? And who did they beat?
New Orleans, who are also going nowhere.
Next. Next. Then we have the Browns, who played the Raiders. Okay? Now I'm just going to say one thing. God bless Shedeur Sanders. This is the most hype bullshit I've ever seen in my life. They were saying this could be the game that decides his career. What? One start?
No, that's insane.
Number 2.
I mean, he's the first Browns quarterback to win his debut,
First,
since Jesus was a baby, but...
I think it was before that. Okay. But in any event, I cannot believe sometimes when you got the hype machine going in the NFL. Oh, shout out to look at who's at the Michigan game. I got to pause. Look up.
Brady and Jeter.
Oh, great.
I keep forgetting Jeter was a Michigan guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're alumni here. And Woodson sitting beside them. Why do I feel excited? Anyways, let me continue. So anyways, I was absolutely flabbergasted that all the rhetoric around Shedeur Sanders, I just hope he does well. He's not helping his cause with his little interviews.
Wow.
Why not? He's like his old man.
Wow.
Did you hear his interview?
Cut from the same cloth.
Okay, did you hear the interview before the game? When they're asking about the future, he goes, I'm who they've been waiting for. God bless him.
A couple more things about that game, though. So Myles Garrett breaks his own Browns single-season sack record of 17. Or he is now at 17. That's the record. And for the Raiders, Chip Kelly, their offensive coordinator, was fired. He would reportedly not call plays in the playbook. And there's rumors of sabotaging Geno Smith and all this coming up. It's just weird, you have to admit.
Chip Kelly has gone from one of the top coaching pyramids in the country, college or pro, to a guy that's now going to be put in the recycle bin after that bullshit. But that's enough about that game. That didn't mean anything anyways.
No.
Okay, next we had the Packers winning 23-6 over a Minnesota Viking team who is doing what they usually do. Great season one, not so good the next season. The problem with Minnesota is not so much their defense, it's the fact that J.J. McCarthy needs more development. He's not quite ready for prime time. He only had, what was it, like 20-some starts in Michigan.
Sure.
Okay, and the fact is he's got an arm.
And he's really a rookie.
He's really a rookie. He's too raw. Minnesota's season is over.
Yeah, they're done 4-7.
But the thing was, the Pack had to win that way to keep themselves in pace for the NFL East, but we'll get back to the Packers a little bit later.
NFC North.
Yeah, NFC North.
But I think people are overreacting with the whole J.J. McCarthy thing. Like, let him cook a little bit. If we're still having this conversation next year, then we have different story. But
I say so too. But is everyone starting to say you got to have it? Oh, Hutch is in the house too. You got to have a little bit of what do you say? Development time. Mm-hmm. If you don't have development time, very rarely a guy that's come in. People forget when Peyton Manning still holds the record. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Who threw the most interceptions in the rookie season?
Yes, Peyton.
So, you know what I mean? Just got to give people time. But we'll get back to the Packers on the way. Next, we had the Patriots and the Bengals. First of all, bro, this game was a little bit too close for my liking.
It was a little bit too close for my liking, too.
The problem is the offense is good, but, you know, they didn't score in the second half a touchdown.
No.
And the Bengals defense is not really the 85 Bears. Bengals played their ass off, but they're not going anywhere. The Patriots won late with the touchdown, even though the Bengals scored
with the field goal.
With the field goal, yes. I still think the Patriots are strong. It was a road win. Anytime you have a road win in the NFL, you put that in your resume.
Sure.
So I'll give them that. But the Patriots are going to have to tighten up because a stronger team coming into their house at this time could make them very susceptible. But what Vrabel's done in New England with the culture, with the players, the development of Drake May. That's why I'm number 2 on my power rankings.
And Trevion Henderson really starting to break out as the top back option for New England as well.
And they have the other guy too. So they have a good tandem running back. And they have the 12 personnel run kind of with the
two tight ends.
Yeah, so that's working well. But Patriots are in good shape. I think they're going to be the number 1 seed. If you look at their schedule, they should end up the Super Bowl is going to have to go through, unless they have a colossal.
I hope so. I'd rather go through New England than go through Denver. So
thank you. And in any event, the Patriots, if you look at the rest of their schedule, it's very favorable.
Yes, it is.
Very favorable together. Which brings us to the next game, which was probably one of the biggest games of Sunday, was the Indianapolis Colts and the Chiefs.
This game was insane.
Absolutely. First of all,
I thought the Chiefs were cooked.
Me too. At 20-9 in the fourth quarter, going against in Arrowhead, with them wanting to be considered a serious contender, Indiana Jones became Danny Dimes. I don't know what happened in the second half, but what they completely did is it's going to be...
The Chiefs' defense woke up.
Damn right, but here's another thing you're going to look about it now. People are going to
Jonathan Taylor held without a touchdown, only 58 yards on the ground.
And Danny Dimes did what in the air? He didn't even throw 200 yards, did he?
No, he didn't. 181.
Okay, so there you go. The Chiefs won by the skin of their teeth. That's Patrick Mahomes at his best. Did you see some of the throws and plays that he made? And what they said was they played sandlot football.
Yeah.
And especially fourth quarter. What did they do? Worthy and Rice ran down the field and crossed, screwed up the corner. Rather, the new guy, I forgot the corner they picked up to help their secondary defense. Mm-hmm. But I just think that by the time it got to the last 5 minutes of the game, Indy looked like a deer with their headlights. Did they make the wrong decision in accepting the kickoff in overtime? It's been a huge debate.
Yeah.
You get 4 downs if you defer.
It's true.
You only get 3 downs if you do it first. They got 3 and out, and then what happens? Let Mahomes down the field and kept Kansas City, everybody in the country still screaming that they could be a team. But we'll get to Kansas City.
And you can't forget Kareem Hunt, really ate yesterday on Sunday as well. He had an amazing game.
Their O-line is okay. It's a little bit better, but there's just something.
They're still a little banged up.
Yeah, we'll get back to Kansas City along the way, but I'm saying Indy better dig in deep because now that the rubber's hitting the road, shit's going to happen. But we'll get back to Indy in a minute. Which brings us to our next game, which was Chicago and Pittsburgh. The ugliest 31-28 game I have ever seen in my life.
Aaron Rodgers did not get to go back to Soldier Field, as it were. Unfortunately for, I guess, the football world, it was Mason Rudolph's game to start for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
If he was allowed to throw it downfield, it might have been a different game. But they didn't. You know what I mean? So now that they're 8-3, here's the funny thing about them. Chicago's having a huge linebacker issue with injuries, and they still held off Pittsburgh. And
they can't just call back Urlacher?
Nah, not like Detroit's bringing back Frank Ragnow. That would be a little bit better. But in any event, I think that I thought Pittsburgh was in real trouble after losing this with Baltimore coming down the stretch. But we'll get back to Chicago in a minute. Like I said, they're on my power rankings now because they lead the NFC North, which is considered one of the toughest divisions in football right now, considering what Minnesota was supposed to do, but that's another story. But we'll get back to Chicago, and Pittsburgh is clinging for dear life, in my opinion.
Indeed.
Okay, now we get to the game where I get to have to tell the honest-to-God truth. Detroit Lions beat the Giants 34-27 in overtime.
The Giants puked this one away more than you guys won it.
We didn't deserve to win. But you want to talk about puking it up. MCDC, what about the play calling? Some of the most horrible play calling I've ever seen. We were creative. Now all those little jinxes, everyone's looking at the team. So some of our gimmick plays, guys are ready for them.
We have a clip on social media about the Lions versus their own, like being too intense, being too
aggressive.
Being too aggressive. Thank you.
We left at least 6 points on the ground
again
in the Giants game, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm saying this much about the Giants. They had James Winston in there, and he had a highlight film reception against us. Like, we can't cover anybody going deep. Do you see the touchdown?
Yeah.
The reverse, anything that seems to go the other way, Detroit's in trouble.
But then the other side of famous Jameis pulled its head out at the end of the game, just in time for you guys.
Well, shit does happen, but I'm just going to say this about the New York Giants.
Well, that's Jameis Winston football.
I hope he stays on the team next year as the backup, because I'm saying this time next year, the New York Giants get the right coach. They got a lot of good pieces.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about this.
You got it. So they're a team for next year, but we'll get back to Detroit in a little bit. The next game was the Seahawks over Tennessee. Now, I'm still saying that the Seahawks is a top 5 team as I put them in my power rankings. But how do you get away with letting Tennessee score 24 points on your defense? Now, there was a
West Coast team going east.
Okay, but here's the thing. There was a kickoff, so really they only gave up 17 points. But they're pretty well secure of a playoff spot. The thing is, can Sam keep the Hawks flying?
Well, until it's a big game, he should be okay. Once we get to playoffs, then it's all bets are off, right?
Well, that's what they're saying. So here's another thing at the house.
Or even a late regular season game, which we saw last year with the Vikings, right?
Yes, and then who would they
play?
That
game against Detroit last year.
And then in the playoffs, they got... Yes. But anyways, the thing you got to look about it, we were not going to talk about it anymore. This is the last time I'm going to say this. Everyone's going by what your schedule is. Okay, Seattle's beaten is 8-3.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so that's a good record. Now, I don't want to talk about who they played, because then we could talk about who the Pats played. Then we could talk about who Chicago can play. And in the last 10 years, 8 of the Super Bowl champions had records against teams that were less than 500. So too many stats.
Let's chill.
Yes, too many stats. You bend them any way you want. Seattle's a good football team. Tennessee's just a mess.
No, Jackson Smith and Jigba, huge game. 167 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. And he also breaks DK Metcalf's single-season record for most receiving yards. He has over 1,304.
That guy's got, Fantastic Four. What's the guy, the stretch guy?
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. He's got Mr. Fantastic hands. He
Best
goes
wide receiver in the league?
No, it's still Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
No one's throwing to him. I still say Justin Jefferson's easy the best wide receiver in the league. Chase is right up there, too.
Yes, he is.
But nobody's throwing to Jefferson. They were showing plays where he's sitting out there having a smoke. Oof. Nobody around, and JJ couldn't find him. But, we'll get back to the Seahawks later. Tennessee, they're just another write-off. The next game, we have the Rams, 123-10.
Oh, skipping ahead to Sunday night.
Oh, was that the Sunday night game?
Yes, it was.
Okay, we'll get to Sunday night game. That's okay.
There's 2 more afternoon ones.
Okay, well, I got them, put them in the wrong order. But anyways, we're going to get back to the Ravens in a second. Their defense was a little bit better, but it's the Jets. Come on. You know what I mean? You want?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this game.
Yeah, it's next. We're going to talk about the Ravens in a minute. But, I mean, this game should have been a gimme. 23-10 flatters the Jets. Should have been much better. We got Lamar issues, but we'll get to that.
It's a miracle the Jets have 2 wins.
Exactly. But to play the way they did, Baltimore's got to be way more dominant if they think they're going to chase that shitty division down. But we'll get to that in a bit. Okay, then we had the Jags beating the Cards 24-27. I want to go next real quick because you got to look at what's going on here. Trevor Lawrence was the best of good, bad, and the ugly. He threw 3 picks, and they won. in overtime.
3 touchdowns, 3 picks.
3 touchdowns and 3 picks.
Was sacked 3 times.
Sacked 3 times. But here's the thing that we're going to say. They left the Cardinals in the game because the Jags are supposed to have some sort of defense. But do they have some defense? Now, here's the interesting thing about that.
Well, so are the Cardinals.
Okay,
but they're supposed to.
Cardinals are out of it.
No,
okay,
I know.
But here's an interesting thing. If Houston beats Indy this week, and I think the Jags play Tennessee, don't they?
Think so.
So if you're going to have a logjam at the top of that division because the Jags will win and they'll be tied suddenly with Indianapolis for first place in the AFC South.
And Houston's not exactly out of it either.
No, if they beat Indy this week, so that's going to be a clusterfuck of maximum proportions when we get to that situation. So this weekend there's huge games. The Jags you should be able to bet your house on the Jags this weekend. But next, which gets us to the Eagles and the Cowboys.
You called it.
Okay, but I didn't look too good when it was 21-0 for Philadelphia, did I? Okay, with a fumble by the Cowboys. Now,
what happened? How did the Eagles blow this?
Okay, first of all, because their offense plays pedestrian. There's something going on in this dressing room that's a little bit more. They keep talking about it in the press. It was starting to bubble. Now the pots are starting to overflow, but getting down on the burner. Something's going wrong there. How did they not even score in the second half? Okay. Now,
because their last points scored were early in.
Yes. Look when they scored. They haven't scored
early in the second quarter.
They didn't score since. Now I'm going to make it even crazier on this. There's an interesting thing about the Dallas Cowboys, which America loves, and they get all the press in the world. But when you look about it with the Cowboys, they've added 3 guys to their team. Jadeveon Clowney, who's always been a great guy, but wherever he ends up on, he'll get a chance to play for you. They added the Quinlan guy from the Jets, and the Clark guy they got, Micah Parsons, is actually stuffing the run. So
which they wanted to do.
Okay, so the Dallas defense from 6 weeks ago to now is a completely different game, and you have to admit that the Dallas Cowboys do have one of the best offenses in the NFL.
Oh, hands down.
Is it the best duo of receivers? CD Lamb?
I mean, if Pickens, not, they're certainly up there.
They have to be. And here's the funny thing is CD Lamb dropped 3 balls in the Philly game. He dropped 2 in the first game. It didn't matter this time, but this game could have been even more crazier if Lamb had played up to him. But we'll talk about Lamb and his attitude when we get further down the road. But to me, Dallas is on the rise. If you look at the record, huge game against Detroit next Thursday, but we'll get back to that because we'll get back to Dallas in a minute.
And Dak Prescott passed Tony Romo for most passing yards in Cowboys history in that game.
I'm glad. Not a Tony Romo guy at all. Okay.
No, you are not. Sunday nighter, Tampa Bay, LA.
This was the easiest pick of the week because once upon a time, the Bucs were 5-1.
Yep.
They're injury depleted. Baker's beat up. He doesn't.
He got injured this game.
We're not even sure if he's going to play Sunday night. That defense is one of the feistiest defenses in the league. And if you see what they do, and I said it last week, they might give up some points early, but they're a well-adjusted, fly-around-the-field defense. They're Houston Texans light. They play the
You're
same
talking
stuff.
about L.A.
LA's defense, and that's good enough to get them to Super Bowl because Stafford is now the number one in the driver's pole position for the MVP.
Well, and LA certainly looks like the lead contender for the NFC spot for the Super Bowl at this point.
No doubt about it. So when you're talking about the best 2 wide receiver combination in the league, you got to put Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams in the mix with that big tight end Higbee coming out of there. And they have a double running back and a great O-line.
Yep.
Rams should have won this game easily, and they did.
We could get another Rams-Patriots Super Bowl, a third one.
Oh, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? Okay. Then on Monday night, what kind of bullshit was that? Everybody's talking about the rise of the Carolina Panthers. What happened? With Brock Purdy having a horrible game.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely.
3 picks.
Not anticipating. He doesn't have the strongest arm, and it showed up. Maybe a week down the road it'll be fine. But one of the greatest things you got to realize is that the pieces they've lost on defense and the scheme Robert Saleh is using for San Francisco is keeping them in every game. Like Saleh is that coordinator. Like they're missing Bosa, they're missing Fred Warner, and they're missing a corner. 3 guys, 2 of them all pros, and their defense is solid. Now, this is only Carolina because is Bryce Young for real yet?
He's getting there. I mean, he's small. That's number one, right?
And the bum rush and the hands up.
Yeah.
He's got an arm.
Yes, he does.
He's got an arm, but I think
it's not looking like as bad as it was in year 1 or even year 2. I mean, he's certainly competent as a quarterback. He is where he deserves to be as like one of the 32 starters in the league, I would say.
However, next year is going to be his make or break season.
I think he'll be fine. I mean,
I don't know.
Carolina's got some holes to plug, though. I don't think that's entirely on him.
Well, they got a couple guys that can pass. They got the kid. What's that sensation at running back? Dowdle or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
the fantasy breakout guy who's absolutely just.
I feel bad for our boy Hubbard though in that respect.
There you go. But maybe they'll have a two-headed monster down the season. But
maybe.
But anyways, the Rams are supposed to win that. I do think that. I mean, the 49ers were supposed to win that, regardless of the problems with Brock Purdy.
I thought the Panthers were going to cover though.
Not a chance. I thought that was stupidest thing ever. I expected a rout. I think I said it last week.
It wasn't exactly a rout, though.
It should have been a rout. McCaffrey has to be definitely in now. Jonathan Taylor is falling out of that picture, but McCaffrey, who's maybe
Offensive Player of the Year,
maybe even MVP. He's doing Marshall Falk shit. He might have 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving. He has more touches in the league, which is going to tell me he'll be beat the shit out of by the time it comes to playoffs. So San Francisco should look out for that. But I do think that San Francisco is definitely making the playoffs.
Yeah, at this rate.
Because of the season last year and their schedule, which we don't want to bring up. If you win every game you get there, and if you look at their schedule, San Francisco could still... L.A. cannot afford to stub their toe and not look at San Francisco because in some respects, it wasn't for Arizona. The NFC West could be the best team in the division. I'd be the best division in football.
Yeah, but then Kyler Murray had to do Kyler Murray things.
That's what happens.
Let's move it to Thanksgiving.
Oh, do we have to?
What is going on? It was like Upset City this weekend.
First of all, I love MCDC. I love my Detroit Lions. I am a disciple. We cannot keep going for fourth down and leaving points on the score when it can make a decision later in the game. Once again, we did fuck all on fourth down. We gave up 3 or 4 huge plays down the field.
Well, not only that, Green Bay kind of showed you up by going for it on fourth down at the end of the game to close it out.
Okay, so I don't want to bring this up, but I'm going to, okay? The 10 most egregious calls in the NFL this year, 5 of them against my Detroit Lions. That timeout call was complete bullshit. Did the guy hear it or not? He snapped the ball, then it's timeout. Should never have got a fourth down play there. When they got that touchdown, Brady and what's his name said, that's not a touchdown. All of a sudden they went to the booth and said, oh, he skimmed his foot. You looked at it from 6 angles. I don't know how that guy got 2 feet down on the touchdown, but they called it. That's football. We got a call a little bit later in the game on a pass interference that maybe should have called. I don't know. But in my opinion, my Detroit Lions are in huge, huge trouble.
7-5.
7-5, and we got Dallas on Thursday with our secondary. Now,
in Dallas?
No, in Detroit.
Oh, in Detroit? Okay.
That saves us. But then we lost to Green Bay, but Green Bay knows us so well. But still, this is in our house against Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. We might not have Amon St. Brown because of the ankle sprain.
Yes, he might be done for the year.
Is he done for the year, they're saying?
Well, they said he'll be back in 1 to 2 weeks if we're lucky.
Yeah, did you see the injury?
Yes, I did.
It was brutal. Just one
not
of those
not a good sign.
It was a weird football play that could happen to anybody. It just happened to a guy that we need desperately. But I will put it this way. Jameis Williams showed up when we needed him.
Sure.
That kid with the I name showed up when we needed him. And we still have Brock Wright as a tight end who's playing better. But we're now lost Laporta, and we've lost Amon St. Brown.
Yeah, Laporta's done for the year, right?
Yeah, so now we've got a secondary where Joseph's back, but he's not playing his best. Terry and the guy from Alabama, the other corner, he's a year away from being one of the best. But we play a lot of man. And sometimes when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. But our season is on the line on Thursday night. There's no doubt about it. If we don't beat Dallas on Sunday night, there's no chance when you look around the league who's already in the position. Like, okay, someone's going to come from the South. That's one team. Maybe 3 teams are going to come from the West. Okay, so when you get those 3, that's 4. You get the division winner from the NFC North. It's not going to be Detroit. Okay? Then you get the NFC East is going to be Philadelphia. Dallas, you see their record. If they beat Detroit, they're running the table. So
we'll see.
We're going to go on there, but I'm scared to death about my Detroit Lions and what has gone on. Some of it is self-inflicted. We're not a terrible team.
It's going to be a grind at this point, though.
Oh, it's going to be
a grind.
More than you know.
So next up, speaking of the Cowboys, Kansas City barely lost to Dallas in Dallas, 31-28.
Okay, so let's just talk about the situation with the Kansas City Chiefs. they can still make the playoffs. But they've got 3 games that they got to go out. They're in trouble.
They're not making it easy on themselves, are they?
No, but if you look at their schedule, they got the guys in front of them. They got to play but look at 3 of the teams they play. They got to play the Chargers, the Texans, and the Broncos.
Not easy.
No, and they've got.
But it's gonna be Broncos at home, right?
Yeah, the other 2 games they're going to win. I think it's Tennessee.
Yeah,
and somebody else are going to be there. But in what looks like in the AFC, 9 wins might get you into the playoffs.
Maybe
the Chargers are not out of the woods yet.
No,
with their O-line problems, and Kansas City could sneak in, but there's just something about not clicking properly for Kansas City. And what's happening is Dallas is just throwing the ball up there, and their running game is working, so their play action pass is even more deadly than usual because you got to respect the run. So even though I hate to say it, we got to start respecting the Dallas Cowboys, but I don't know if we should be how much respect we're going to give to Kansas City. What's their next game? Against the Texans?
Yeah, they're versus the Texans. So to close out the season, Kansas City has next week it's versus Houston, then versus the Chargers, at Tennessee, versus Denver, at the Raiders.
So there's 2 wins for sure that gets them to 8.
Yeah, but those 2 easy games, quote unquote, are on the road as well.
They should beat them anyway. So do you think 9 wins will get you?
I don't know. At the Raiders, that might be the trap game.
The Raiders are done. We shouldn't give them time of day. Sorry, Serge.
Yeah, but the Raiders hate the Chiefs, and they're going to be playing spoiler. Don't forget.
Did you see the last time
Christmas
they played?
Christmas Day game.
Did you see the last time they played?
Yeah, it was 31-0. That was in Kansas City. That was then. This is now.
Okay, so they're going to win 31-10.
What about that Christmas Day game a couple years ago? Everyone thought Kansas City was going to win that. The Raiders fucking blew them out of the water.
That was just one of those weird games. But maybe,
well, it's a division game. That shit happens.
Well, maybe Brady will be calling the plays instead of Chip Kelly, and that might get them further ahead. Word around the campfire is when Mark Davis and Tom Brady are in the same room. When Brady says jump, Mark Davis says how high. Which is just weird. Minority owner to owner, that's crazy.
Situations like that usually do not end well. But we'll see.
I think down the road it'll be better because I don't think that Brady wants to be a complete...
If they improve.
Well, it's all about their drafting.
Yeah.
They drafted maybe too much on the defensive side, and their defense is not holding up because their offense is atrocious. Maybe that's a Chip Kelly thing, but we'll find out.
Well, it depends who was Chip Kelly a Brady hire?
No, he had nothing to do with that.
You sure?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure. But anyways, this leads to a great end of the season for the 5 weeks, knowing that you thought at this time, going into week 13, if it was way back at the beginning of the season, would you say that the Kansas City Chiefs would be struggling for a playoff spot?
Hell no. I thought they'd be putting the finishing touches on a division win.
Not anymore. And if you look around the league right now, okay, you just go around, that AFC South is going to be a mess, and maybe 1 or 2 could come
West,
out.
you mean?
I mean the AFC South first.
Oh, okay. Indy?
Yeah, Indy and those boys. That's a dogfight. If Indy loses this weekend, oh my God, that's going to be a complete dogfight. So we don't know what's coming out of there. Maybe only 10 with the wins are going to get that division.
Yeah, if Houston steals that win tomorrow.
There you go. And the Jags win. And what do you have? You have a clusterfuck at the top of the AFC South, which affects Kansas City because they don't have the tiebreakers. Now, in their division, they've already got the Chargers and Denver ahead of them with favorable schedules that might keep them a game up. But since they got a game each against them and they can win both, they could come in through the back door. But I think Denver's too far ahead for them to get the division.
Yeah,
I think they'll have to be a wild card, which brings us to is Buffalo going to make the playoffs?
Well, let's finish up Thanksgiving first.
Okay, okay, so now we get to the last game on Thanksgiving. What the fuck happened to Baltimore? Was Joe Burrow, did he drive the Batmobile to the game? Come out with his cowl on and said, fuck you? Lamar's not 100%.
Oh, we knew that.
You can't make them throws, though. Did you see a couple of one interception?
Yeah, that was bad.
You know what it looked like? You know when you watch the cartoons? Well, is it Looney Tunes? When the stork brings the baby to the house? That's what Lamar's passes look like going through the air. The stork is bringing it. If someone jumps up and grabs the baby, they're safe. Otherwise, you don't get the baby. I don't know what's going on with them. Their defense has got a little bit better. Henry's okay, but I think the problem is Lamar. This should have been a win for them because this could affect the fact now they've left Pittsburgh back in the door.
Yes, they did.
Pittsburgh wins this week, and they're back up to. They're going to be what is it going to be? 8-6 or 8-5, whatever the case may be. And
But Baltimore plays Pittsburgh. They still got both their games against Pittsburgh, though.
That's going to be it. But who does Pittsburgh play this week? That should be a winning game, I believe.
I don't know. Let me check.
I had the schedule here. It's right in front.
Oh, Buffalo at home. That's not going to be easy.
I haven't even decided who I'm going to take in that game yet because it's just, I don't know. Buffalo on the road has just been, I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every time they're on the road, like something weird happens. They did pick up Brendan Cooks, who always seems to be a great pickup late in the season. Like Jadeveon Clowney is a late pickup for the Cowboys.
Sure.
He's been a difference. Like you don't notice him, but he got to Mahomes twice in that game. But in any event,
Cincy Baltimore.
Yes. I cannot believe that Joe Burrow came out and just pissed all over Baltimore in their house
Without one of his top weapons, T. Higgins.
They were, and he was all over the place. He was Joe Cool. You know what I mean? And it was unbelievable to see him have a performance like that on national TV on a primetime game where Baltimore just had to win to put themselves in the driver's seat for the AFC
North.
AFC championship. And now they're in the scramble with all those other teams for the playoffs, like Pittsburgh, Kansas City, the Jaguars. They're all in it. You know what I'm saying? You can't call them out. There's games to be played.
And Baltimore's got a tough schedule down the stretch.
Oh, yes, they do.
Versus Pittsburgh, at Cincinnati, versus the Patriots, at the Packers, at the Steelers.
It ain't going to be a cakewalk for them. Where just a week ago we were saying that train's going down the track and who's going to stop it. Oh, Baltimore came in and took them off the rails. Very, very.
The Cincinnati
go off the rails. Very, very interesting because Cincinnati's going nowhere.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done. So it's completely over. And Baltimore, you better tie your shoes or you're not going to be the team that we think you are. But I think Lamar's just banged up. He's
100% he's banged up. He's in there just because he has to be in there for them to win.
He's still throwing rockets, but he's throwing some of them balls that he's just not getting the plant and throw, so he's got some issues. Lamar
lower body, as they would say in hockey.
Lower body injury. Yeah, it's a toenail getting caught in his cleat, right? Stop it. I don't know. I love Lamar. But you just tell, we've watched him for years. This is not the Lamar that we know and love.
No, I don't expect that Lamar to show up again until training camp next year.
Oh, that's even crazier. I hope not.
Well, that's the way it is. Like, if he's playing banged up, he's not getting the proper rest that he needs.
Well, and here's another thing they were saying about this. You know what I mean? Every season in the NFL is like a new book. Like every season in any sport, it's a brand new book. This chapter of the Baltimore Ravens history is going to be a failure in that if you look around on their offense and defense on both sides of the ball, they got a lot of guys in their prime. So you're wasting a prime.
That was going to be my next thought too. Like, how long is this window going to stay open for?
If you look around, Van Noy's the older guy. But I'm telling you, if you
Buffalo's in that territory too.
Buffalo's skating into that territory too. This is your year. Next year, everybody's a year older. You're going to draft properly. But Baltimore, of all teams who were considered a Super Bowl contender seriously at the beginning of the season until things went off the rail, the bottom line is...
They were one almost catch from being in the championship game last year.
There you go. And everyone said they're a front runner, but look what happened. That happens in football. Everybody's got injuries. I think that loss to Cincinnati the other night at home could be a harbinger for things to come if Baltimore doesn't make the playoffs.
All right, so now the Black Friday match. Chicago defeating Philadelphia in Philadelphia 24-15.
How in the hell did this Philadelphia defense let the Chicago Bears gut them like fish on a boat? Like they rushed for 200 and some yards?
I don't know. At a certain point, I'm just like, I don't know, this Thanksgiving, these slate of games, just like topsy-turvy time. Like all the teams we thought we would win, like just fell flat on their face.
Once again, wasn't this game in Philadelphia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the game's in Philadelphia, the only game, 3 o'clock on Prime, with what had happened is Ben Johnson is like the old Steve Bill Walsh, coach of San Francisco. It's that, let's script the first 15 plays.
Yeah.
And they look brilliant. They're going down the field. But Hurts throwing bad interceptions.
Do you think it's like they're trying to keep A.J. Brown happy and they're kind of getting away from the run game and that's why this is happening? Because this is the second game in a row A.J. Brown's had
100-plus yards receiving.
And a touchdown.
And a touchdown.
He had 2, in fact, yesterday.
Okay, so what's going on with this team?
I think they're trying to keep him, like, fucking happy and telling him to shut up. And then, meanwhile, it's costing them, like,
They better get a home game in the playoffs because Philadelphia still has a rough schedule.
Well, if they win their division, they will.
Okay, but anyways.
They are going to win their division.
I don't know if that's cut and dry right now until after Thursday when we see what happens at Ford Field. Because after that, Dallas could just run the table and Philadelphia's got a tougher schedule. Look who Dallas has got to play for the rest of the year. Me and you State. Drunken you. Like their schedule is just made to order, and that's what I hate.
Philadelphia?
No, Dallas. So that means we're going to have to, we're going to have to hear about Dallas for the rest of the year. I thought we were done with these Cowboy schmucks.
I mean, the Eagles' schedule isn't that tough.
No, but I mean,
they have a couple tough ones. They go into the Chargers and they go to Buffalo, but then
they can win both of those games
versus the Raiders, and then they got both their games against Washington still.
Well, the bottom line is they got 8 wins, don't they?
Yes, they do.
11 wins should win the division. So Dallas's only chance is to get a wild card, really, when you think about it, because Philly's going to be in. But if Philly doesn't tie their shoes in the next 3 or 4 games, do you think they're going to scare anybody in the playoffs? When they let Chicago come into their house and run all over them. Not only that, did you see some of the runs? And it wasn't even Swift. It was the other guy. The second back rushed for 120. And what did Swift run for? Almost 100? I think
he had a good game.
Didn't they have 240 yards rushing?
Something like that. Let me pull it up.
It was insane. I couldn't believe it. They just were gutting them all the time. And then how many 3-and-outs Philadelphia had?
Oh, they've been like the kings of that this year.
Not only that, at one point in time.
281 yards from the ground.
Even crazier. So, and that was time of possession was there.
Yeah.
You know, one point.
Yeah, Milani was the guy leading the way there. Him and Swift, both 125 plus yards.
That's what I'm saying.
Each, and a touchdown.
So, at one point during the game, it was 26 plays for Dallas, 6 plays for Philadelphia.
Chicago, you mean?
I mean, Chicago, yeah, in their house. So that's 2 games in a row Philly has lost to teams that they may have to face in the playoffs, Dallas and Chicago, who if you had told me a month ago they were going to lose 2 in a row to these guys, I would have told you, what are you smoking? Give me some. Let's get on with this. Now, I don't know. I watch so many different shows where I love where they just talk about football, okay? What's his name, the coach? Oh, I forget his name. Great coach for Philadelphia, by the way. Is he keeping the lid on in the locker room? What's going on in this locker room? There's too much talent on this team for them to go out in the field and be this pedestrian. Is it Petula, the new offensive coordinator, which Hurts goes through 1 a week, it seems, in his career? I'm not saying Philadelphia is out of it because they got far too much talent and they're the reigning Super Bowl champions.
But
they better tie their shoes really tight or they'll just fly off the cliff like the Coyote and his Acme products because it's not looking good for them. You know what I mean?
Definitely not. Ready to get to our picks?
Anything else you want to say about the NFL before we go any farther?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get to my schedule here so see how many I can get wrong.
So let's set this up. Last week, I was historically bad. I only got 1 pick right.
What?
Yes.
I had 3, didn't I?
You had 7.
Wow. God, shocked myself.
I
had a good run in the end. By the time we got to the late games going home, I
Sure.
pretty well had everyone there. But when it came to like from Thursday night till about 4 o'clock, I didn't know my name.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about Thanksgiving. This is like last week.
I'm saying up until I won the later games, like Monday night to Sunday night, those games going down. But when it got to like 4 o'clock on last Sunday, I was winning nobody, no money.
I am still leading the season series, though, 7-3 with 1 tie.
Okay.
All right, let's get to it. So first up, Jacksonville at Tennessee. Jacksonville is favored by 5.5 on the road.
If Jacksonville doesn't cover, this is the biggest fraud of all time. This will be Trevor Lawrence being questioned because they got to realize they win this game and Houston wins. They're in first place in the division.
Yes, they are.
So, doesn't that mean something to a franchise that's moribund, never does anything? You got the boy with the hair supposed to take you everywhere. Travis Hunter's nowhere to be found. And you still got a shot at first place at week 13? Don't blow it, Jags. I'm taking the Jags in the point.
I got Jacksonville, too.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta at the New York Jets. Atlanta's favored by 2.5 on the road. Give me Atlanta. Could be famous last words.
What's that?
Give me Atlanta. Famous last words.
Oh, Atlanta will go down as a team that's one of the most disappointing. Now that they lost Penix, but Kirk Cousins has been firing it around the yard. Look who they're playing. If they don't win, next, taking Atlanta.
All right, LA Rams at the Carolina Panthers. LA is favored by 10 points on the road. Give me the Rams.
I think they're just going to cover because that's another east to west to east team.
Yeah.
And it's a 1 o'clock game.
Yes, it is.
But when you look at the talent level, I think that Bryce is going to get absolutely bum rushed. They should win by 10. They should win by 20.
I think so, too.
Okay.
New Orleans at Miami. Miami is favored by 5.5 at home. Give me the Dolphins.
All day. Another wasted team, another wasted season. Next.
Arizona at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is favored by 3.5 at home. Give me the Bucks.
This is Arizona?
Yeah.
At Tampa
Bay.
I got to take Tampa Bay at home. They got to win against Arizona, what we have done. But I'm scared. Like when Arizona wins this game, don't be surprised. Tampa Bay just went right up. They were 5-1 at one point.
Yes, they were.
And what are they now? 6-5.
Yep. Scary.
Huge. No one in the division. We'll take Tampa.
San Francisco at Cleveland. San Fran is favored by 5.5 on the road. Give me the 49ers.
I'm going to say that Cleveland's going to cover the spread.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, at home in Cleveland. Levi Field's a lot different from that mess they playing in Cleveland. The weather's supposed to be a little bit screwed up. If Purdy is forced to throw more with Myles Garrett chasing him around, Shedeur doing his shit, this could be a lot closer than people realize.
All right.
Taking Cleveland in the points.
Houston at Indianapolis. Indianapolis favored by 3.5 at home. Give me the Colts.
I'm saying C.J. Stroud is starting.
Okay.
The team has held on since he's been off. Isn't this the time that they show us a C.J. Stroud? If this is going to be the C.J. Stroud show against Indiana Jones at the Loud House, I'm thinking the defense is going to kill him.
Okay.
So I'm taking Houston, and the runs all the way to the division championship.
I think the Colts bounce back this week, especially Jonathan Taylor.
Only because it's at home, and they're on a fast track. Because if you look at the way that Indianapolis has been playing on real grass.
They're built to play in their own stadium, right?
Is that the same with the Lions, maybe?
Maybe.
Just getting worried about that.
Minnesota at Seattle. Seattle's favored by 11.5 at home. I'm taking the Seahawks.
You know what, son? I love you. Miss you every second. Your Vikings are frauds. Bye. Get.
Buffalo at Pittsburgh. Buffalo's favored by 3 points on the road. Give me the Bills.
If the Bills don't win this game, their season is in serious jeopardy. This is a big game for both teams.
Yes, it is.
I think it's a little bit more for Pittsburgh because they can catch up down the road with the fact that Baltimore lost. Huge break for Pittsburgh. Like I was expecting Baltimore to win on Thursday night, and that would have just so much pressure on. But now Pittsburgh's what Baltimore's doing is they left the door open for the Kansas Cities.
Yes, they have.
And the Pittsburghs when they could have kept their momentum going, and we'll see what happens.
Las Vegas Raiders at the LA Chargers. Division matchup. Chargers favored by 8.5 at home. Give me the Chargers all day.
Only because it's in LA.
Yes, it is.
On SoFi.
Denver at Washington. This spread moved around a bit, but Denver's favored by 5.5 on the road. Sunday nighter. Give me the Washington at home to cover.
Oh, that was a good call. I'm thinking of doing the same, but who's going to quarterback
Mariota.
With that defense? But Bo Nix hasn't been anything except in the fourth quarter.
I know. I'm thinking it's going to be a close game.
Washington has collapsed. Denver's defense will crush.
Okay, so you're in Denver?
Yeah, I hate it.
And last but not least, the Monday nighter, New York Giants at the New England Patriots. Patriots favored by a touchdown at home. That's 7 points. Give me the Pats.
Jackson Dart is supposed to play. I think that this is, what's the spread?
7.
They should win it with a go-away touchdown in the fourth quarter, but the Giants are a sleepy, scary team. But we got to take the Pats at home, and Vrabel's got the defense revved up. Got to get them.
All right. Anything else for football?
Just want to say to you, I want to ask you this. Who are the front runners for the MVP in the NFL right now? You got to give 3 candidates.
Drake May?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
He's Stafford?
Matt Stafford, Dak Prescott, and Christian McCaffrey
Dak.
are the 3 main guys for the, in my opinion. And if Dallas races down the road with the national press and America's team, come on.
Well, a lot of people thought Dak should have won it a couple years ago, too.
But, yeah, and then Dak's been playing great football. Makes terrible throws at the wrong time.
Sometimes.
Still, but we're going to have to see with those wide receivers. Okay.
All right, we'll move this over to the NHL in our Toronto Maple Leafs report, and the Leafs continue to struggle despite Matthews and Nyes and McCabe coming back. The team is starting to get a little bit healthy despite some deficiencies on the back end. Tanev and Carlos still out with no return in sight. Stolar still out with no return in sight. And Max Domi made a healthy scratch last night.
And did you hear his response online?
No, I did not.
Get me out of here.
Really?
Basically, that's what he said. If you don't need me, another team will.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I said this last week, that Toronto should go to a platoon system and keep rotating those guys to the press box to keep a fire under their ass. Because, what's his name? Cowan is not leaving the lineup now. No. Jason Robertson, I think in another game, is going to be fine on the left wing. Nick Robertson on the left wing with Nyes and Matthews. Was the best line last night. They had many chances, you know what I mean?
But another blown lead for the Leafs.
2-0. So let's go back and talk about the 3 games the Leafs had this week. First of all, it started last weekend against Montreal. Huge game. Both teams in trouble. Montreal skates them off the ice. Now, I've been talking about this all year, and we'll talk about this a little later in our hockey report, is the problem with the Toronto Maple Leafs is the pace of their game.
Yeah.
If they don't increase the pace of their games, like you see my setup here, and I'm watching 2 games and I'm watching the Leaf games, and the Leaf games look like it's going slower. If the other team speed it up, it's good. Now, here's the biggest problem with Toronto. I think their forwards and their scoring opportunities are there. It's making the 10-foot pass and getting the puck out of their zone. Their best player has been Joseph Woll.
Yes, he has been.
Undoubtedly their best player. He stole the game in Columbus.
I'd put Ekman Larson up there, too.
Oh, he's been playing his best hockey. It wasn't for him. He's easily our best player. Riley scored a nice goal last night, but he's pretty well been invisible. I don't know what his issue is. The bottom line is, last night, I thought that Toronto got a little bit into the prevent defense because they're saying, we got to play Berube style. Berube style is not working for the first quarter of the season due to the fact that the pace is too fast. Mm-hmm. You can't lock down people that are coming out and trying to go as fast as they can because they're not worried about defense. They're worried about scoring.
Yeah, and I mean, you see people online saying like, oh, well, you know, St. Louis was in last place 2019, you know, that maybe took them to figure out the Berube style for whatever that time. I don't know if I'm buying into that, if I'm a Leaf fan.
When was that, 2019?
Yeah.
That's 6 years ago. A whole new ball game, whole new game. Strategies have changed. The way you come out of your zone, the game's getting faster. The problem is that the Leafs don't have that. Ekman Larson has been playing better.
Ekman Larson's
playing better, but they need more out of their defense than that. I think Benoit's playing his ass off. He's just not that great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if everybody gave Benoit his effort.
Yeah.
Everyone's giving their thing there. I think the greatest thing about Toronto is the ongoing battles between Willie Cool and Berube on the bench. Yeah. They should just make that a reality show. And I heard they get along, but during the game, and I think it's the old thing about if the coach can yell at Nylander, he can yell at anybody.
Sure.
But Willie blows that off like last week's newspaper. You're going to do this, Willie. You're going to do that. Oh, yeah, watch my overtime goal. And it's back. Unfortunately, he was sick last night because I think that could have made a difference in the game.
Yeah, like on one of those Amazon shows, there was a moment that Dubas said, like, Willie, he's the guy that can infuriate you the most. In the next 2 seconds, he does something that no one else on earth can do.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know what? Sometimes you got to let players play.
And then coaches also have a history of riding Nylander. Like Sheldon Keefe did a little bit more behind scenes, I think. And actually, from the Amazon show, there was a scene that they were saying that the Leafs, Nylander, and the Players Association all wanted out because it made Nylander look bad. Even the team was like, we don't want this in there.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But Willie's Willie Cool.
He is really cool.
Top 5 in the league in scoring. Okay.
He's not the issue.
He's got a burgeoning reality show that's going to be going crazy in Sweden. He's got beautiful sisters that are taking care of all his media stuff. And he doesn't like wearing a tarp.
No, he doesn't.
And
we don't need to talk about what's waiting for him outside the arena after the games.
Oh, I am usually the one that goes down that road. I've been trying not to because you
What road? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, then we'll just take a left turn right here and just say Willie Cool is not the problem. He's one of my favorite players in the league.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. You know what I mean? He's just got that about him. But the real problem with the Leafs is this. Look at their next 6 games. They're in tight, and they're still on the road.
Yeah, we're in Pittsburgh tonight.
Ooh.
Tuesday in Florida.
Oh.
Thursday in Carolina. And then next Saturday back home against Montreal. So it's going to be a tough one.
Definitely. And if they don't...
Tough week ahead.
Do you know right now their percentage of making the playoffs is only 30%?
Yeah, this is where the Tank Nation the conversation comes up.
Okay, so I said to you this before the show. I often wonder who says a team sucks more, Leaf fans under 40 or Leaf fans over 40. It'd be an interesting thing if we could find some way to get some show to plug in the numbers. Because I think you younger people are a little bit more impatient. But I hear some old Leaf fans.
We're 6 points out of the playoffs at American Thanksgiving. The numbers are not on our side.
You guys have not been in this position since what? 2013?
2016.
2016, since you guys have been in this position. Going to be interesting. I'm just saying this much. I
kind of woke up this morning. I'm like, oh, is this like... We're back to this again this year? Like, fuck.
No, you know what it is you guys seem to give up that goal at the wrong freaking time.
Yeah, every game.
Yes, like look at
every fucking game.
I thought you were going to steal the win against Washington.
You know what though? In this NHL, you do see it with some of the good teams. Like they will have that fallback season, and then like I'm just hoping like just please bounce back next year. At this rate,
I wouldn't give it up right now. I think that what's going to happen is
the Cruz. We're losing the log ground. If we lose tonight to Pittsburgh, we're toast.
Oh, you're the only team with a losing record in the Eastern Conference. That's if you had told me that was going to happen by Thanksgiving Day 2025, I would have said, "Come on, man, give me some. I want to smoke some of that medicated goo."
They're already talking about trading Carlo at the deadline.
This is going to be one of the worst trades in Toronto history going down the road. Did you see Minton playing in Boston?
Yeah, I have. We'll see.
Very, very reliable forward. Like how Boston's rebuilt their team. We'll get to them in a second. Is very, very interesting.
But I mean, the Leafs could recoup assets for Carlo.
I hope they do.
It could be a wash, right?
I'm just saying the next 10 games of the season is Toronto season. Yeah. Like it or not. You know what I mean? It's the next 10 games.
Oh, if we're still having these conversations by New Year's,
you're done.
Or by Christmas, I should say.
You're done. But I'm going to say we have not seen a clusterfuck like this in the Eastern Conference of the NHL in years. Usually it's starting to separate. There's no separation. You know what I mean? If you lose 3 games, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at the Habs. We just lost, 5 in a row? You know what I mean? We squeezed a couple of points in overtime, but we came back and won 3 in a row, and we won 2 on the road. That's how you get your ship up standing up. Now, if you want to talk about the difference between Montreal and Toronto, our 3 best defensemen are better than your 3 best defensemen.
Yeah, I agree.
Our bottom 3 defensemen, are they any better than your 3 defensemen? That's
Probably not.
That's another story. The difference in our 3 defensemen that we have on the back end with Struble and Aberjacki. They hit everything. They'll clear out in front of the net. They'll make up for their mistakes. But Toronto doesn't hit, unless it's Benoit. I don't see anybody on the defense back there hitting anybody.
Yeah.
So what Toronto has to do is, I'm saying, rotate those.
Oh, the Leafs not being tough. Surprise.
Okay, but here's what they got to do. Since they've added a few of these young guys to the team, their energy level has picked up and their pace has picked up. This year is all about pace. Because you think of a lot of the young teams that have suddenly gone forward that are making noise, like the Anaheim.
I know where this is going, and I don't like it. This is going to be 2006 Leafs all over again, where we turn it up too little, too late. We miss the playoffs by a point.
Then I'm not.
The next year, we got to have all the young guys in the lineup, and then we're chasing it the whole year again. Yay! Okay. That's why I just want to tank.
Okay, we've got officially someone at the House of Happens that's got no hope for the Leafs. And
I've seen this movie before. I don't like the ending.
You got a die-in-a-wool Habs guy laughing at the Leafs, but at the same time, I live in this city. Better make the playoffs, because guess what? The whole city, wives are going to be in trouble. Kids are not coming home from school. You know what I mean? You know how this city works.
It's okay. The Raptors are good.
We're going to get to them down the road. In any event, what do you think is going to happen in the next 10 games? Matthews looked good. Let's say one thing about Matthews. I don't care what anyone says. He's one of the best two-way players in this game. Do you know how many times in the Washington game last night he suddenly was in front of the net grabbing the puck and taking it out? That's a good thing, but he's got to shoot the puck more. Shoot the puck. No shot attempt, shot on goal.
Do you have a question for me in there somewhere?
My question is, do you think they're done after the next 10 games? What if they win 6?
I don't buy that. I gotta see some improvement before I'm gonna say they're gonna win 6 out of 10.
What?
I think they're gonna continue to be like win one, lose one here, and then just.
Do you think Tampa Bay is gonna keep this pace up?
Well, obviously not. Like 6 in a row, no. But can they make the playoffs? Yes.
Oh, so do you think that?
Mind you, though, like week to week, you don't know what you're going to get in the standings, though. Like Boston,
That's my
Boston
point.
was second place in the division last week. Now all of a sudden they're out of a playoff
struggling for a
spot.
playoff.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. And
but Boston plays better than us
at the moment.
All
the
season.
moment.
No, all season, not at the moment.
Okay, all season they have played, but this is only like we say the quarter point in the season. And what we have to realize, if you look in the last 10 years,
Leafs are 2-6-2 in their last 10.
ooh, they better be 6-2-2 in their next 10. But the bottom line is,
Or just, go 2-6-2 and tank again.
Ooh, gee, but they don't have a number one pick, so that's just...
No, it's top 5 protected.
Oh, okay. Anyways, to make a long story short is, the thing that the Leafs...
That's why we got tank, all or nothing.
Well, here's the deal.
If we finish bottom 3, we're guaranteed to draft top 5, so...
This is not a great year for the draft. The only top 3... Yeah, the top
What do you mean?
3
Gavin
there.
McKenna is number 1 pick
that's
this
right.
year.
And there's a defenseman coming in. They say that's good as 2. He won't be Schaefer. But the bottom line is...
Well, you don't know that till he hits the ice.
Exactly. The bottom line is, what's saving the Leafs is this simple. The Eastern Conference hasn't been this tight in years after 20 games. There's usually a point of separation.
Yeah, but there's a negative side to that too, where like everyone is playing like their like kind of like their best version of their game. So like there's no easy wins anymore.
I'm not okay. I will give you that, but you have to look at it this way.
Like, that's a two-way street there.
Okay, I want to give
and Toronto and Buffalo are the only sub 500 teams in the East.
Oh, yeah,
Buffalo's the only team below us.
Okay, and that's not a good thing.
No, it's not.
What I'm saying is that I think that
a third of the way through the season too, we should mention.
A quarter.
Okay, yeah, almost a third.
Okay.
3 more games till it's a third. Next week is the third mark.
Okay, so let's just say I wanted to keep this, and I'm going to probably take a picture of this now so we can talk about it, say, at Christmas time. If you look at the standings just 5 games ago, Tampa was nowhere to be found. Okay? Boston,
that's not exactly true.
Well, okay, they were losing some games. Detroit and Boston were suddenly the darlings.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
Outside looking in.
And what did that take?
A few losses.
Okay, so now let's just look at it from this point of view. You've got 10 points separating first and last in the Eastern Conference.
It's still
in the
a lot.
Atlantic Division.
Yeah, that means the top teams are starting to separate themselves.
I don't see any separation. You got 32, okay? You got Montreal, who's got 29, who's now in second, and you got Ottawa, who everyone lost for Montreal, which is great. So you got 20.
I don't know. I'm looking at the standings. It's starting to separate. It looks like Florida, Toronto, Buffalo. They're in trouble.
I don't think Florida is.
I think they are.
They played good yesterday. I think they're going to be fine.
And they're outside looking in. They're down guys. There's injuries.
I think over the course of the season, they're going to become...
Barkov might not even come back. They're banking on Tkachuk being the same guy post-surgery. We'll see.
Well,
I'm not going to bet against the guy, but it's not a guarantee that he's just going to step in there and be like that 90-point guy again.
Well, here's the real thing you got to look at, and people don't at times, is your goals against average, okay? So let's just talk.
The Leafs are one of the worst.
You got it. But here's what's crazy. There's only one team in the Atlantic Division that has a plus goal differential.
Yeah,
and that's
Tampa Bay.
Meanwhile, when you go to the other side, right down to the New York Rangers, they're a +4 somehow. So you've got, 1, 2...
Because they're good on the road.
7 teams that have a plus differential in goals in the Metropolitan Division, and you only have 1 in the Atlantic. Doesn't that say that the wild card situation might start leading towards that division?
Well, it's already looking that way because Pittsburgh and Philly are in control of those wild card seeds now.
Well, I'm looking at it.
And then the Islanders are that team that's right one step back, right?
You can't sleep on the Islanders and the Rangers, even though I think Rangers are a bit fraudulent. But if you look at those,
you're making cases against the Leafs making the playoffs because now you're saying it has to be one of those top 3 seeds in their division because the wild card's not available.
Who's going to be chasing them down? Okay, they're only
everybody.
They're 6 points behind Pittsburgh. Just say. And Pittsburgh's one to get a wild card team. I think New Jersey, Carolina, and Washington are going to continue to stay at the top of that division for the rest of the year. They're going to separate.
Likely.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know who's going to separate in the Atlantic. I don't see who's separating, including my Montreal Canadiens. We have our flaws. The difference is...
You don't think Tampa Bay? Because they had that horrible... I think they are going to separate themselves because they had that horrible start, but since then they've been money.
Yeah, yeah, solid. And their defense is good. And once again... This is the two teams that I've noticed. Even I've noticed this on Dallas. Some teams, the league is weak. It's watered down. But somehow, Tampa Bay...
I would not say the league is weak.
I think it's watered down.
Why do you say that?
Fifth and sixth defensemen on every team in the league. But we'll get to that in a minute because I got some questions to ask you. But I'm looking at it this
Oh, my God. So you're judging it by the bottom of the lineup of each team that's watered down?
My point is that how you draft, somehow, some way, the bottom six forwards on Tampa Bay and the bottom six forwards on Boston are all young kids that we've never heard of.
Sure.
Okay, and they're all producing. You know what I mean? They're playing 16 minutes a night, and they're almost all plus players. You can't say that about even though Toronto scores a lot. Look at their bottom six.
Oh, we're a very top-heavy team.
Exactly, yeah. But the difference is with those teams, that's going to be better for February, March, and April. When you have that depth, that could be the difference right there with some defense. And, of course, the number one thing is, how does your goaltending stand up?
Well, that's number one, yeah.
The tandem is going to be the teams that have a tandem are going to go there. So, for example, when you just talk about this, I'm going to ask you this question right now. Okay, when you go around the league, and we're talking about another watered-down situation, is the goalies, and the collective bargaining agreement is probably going to let teams carry 3 goalies from now on. That is coming. I don't think the league is deep enough for 3 goalies on every team in this respect. I want to ask you right now, you probably know, but the average guy, I don't know, when you talk around the league, you talk about Logan Thompson.
Yeah.
You talk about Hellebuck. You talk about Kemper. You talk about Sorokin. You talk about Shishkin. Okay, after that around the league, who's the goalies? Give me 5 guys that anybody even knows.
Everyone in the league's got good goalies, though.
I'm saying that they're better than they are. Look at this Greaves guy. Where did he come from? Okay, and then Jerry was supposed to see if he could make a comeback season, and the other guy, Silos or whatever, is suddenly coming out of nowhere, and he's suddenly their number one goalie, and he's holding on. The problem is teams like Anaheim and San Jose. Who's their second goalie? When they have their first goalie, they're good. When they play the second game, they're screwed. And if you look at a lot of games this year, when teams go in, how did they lose 6-1 tonight? Oh, they had their backup goalie.
That's always hockey, though. I don't see that as an excuse that it's watered down now compared to other times.
So I'm telling you, if you don't have a tandem, you're not going to be there at the end. You're going to lose too many games as second goalie because nobody knows. I had some guys the other night when we were talking about Thanksgiving.
But I don't think Anaheim's going to fall off because Peter Mrazek isn't the strongest backup.
But I think that he'll win enough games because Dostal's going to be there. But if you look around the team, Dallas has got Ottinger.
Yes.
Who's backing him up?
Is it still Casey DeSmith?
Yeah, he's a sieve. He's that goalie on the table hockey game that you just switch side to side.
Actually, he's doing really well this year. He's got a shutout already, a .919 save percentage, and a .220 goals against.
How many games has he played?
8. So a third of the team's games.
So then they're going to be solid. If you don't have that on your team, you're going nowhere. Because I think Dallas is going to be a team to beat with. They're a wagon. They take nights off, but they're just a freaking damn good hockey team. And look,
yes, they are. Them in Colorado, top of that division. It's like old times, like the '90s again.
And they're going to separate themselves from the pack. There's no doubt about that. I don't know who's going to come up behind them because there's so many teams that are scrambling. Look at the situation in Winnipeg right now. Did you think they'd be where they're at?
Well, I knew it wouldn't be all sunshine and roses once Hellebuck went down.
Another thing, the depth of goaltending.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The depth in the goaltending is just not there. We're lucky.
But that's also, I feel like, a Winnipeg problem. Just signing free agents for them is tough.
Agreed. But I'm just saying this. What I'm liking about our situation is that our 2 goalies have seemed to be righted themselves. Whatever went on with St. Louis playing games with them and all that shit going on, I don't know. Our problem is the defense in the back end, which is any team in the league is going to have that problem. However, I'm really looking at these teams like you can't go into Utah and expect to win.
No, of course not.
You can't go into Anaheim and expect to win.
No, definitely not.
Okay, you can't go into L.A. has suddenly righted their ship.
Seattle is having a very good season.
You can't go into Seattle and expect to win. I don't think Vegas is going to float around doing what they're doing. I think that they're eventually going to pull themselves out of this.
They're a weird team, though.
Oh, they've lost some ugly games. If you look at their record,
10-6-8. That's a bizarre record.
8 overtime losses.
A lot of drop points there.
You got it. And some of those games they were in, they just puked it up. I don't know. You know what they do sometimes? The other night when they lost to who did they lose to? Was it Utah or one of the teams? Anyways, it just got in the third period. They were up by a goal and they were skating around going, okay, what are we doing after the game?
They're only 1 point up on San Jose. Who was thinking that before the season?
I think they will skate away from San Jose as the greatest pond hockey team in the league with a great goalie.
Well, what about, I don't want to say anything about any former Leafs giving it away in overtime against Anaheim, but...
Oh, gee, did you see that?
Yes, tape to tape.
Oh, my God, because he wasn't looking. Biggest mistake in the league. That's what happens in there. Guys just turn around and fire the puck. No one's there. Did you see Marner when he did? Drop to his knees. I bet you bought beer for the whole team. I've never seen Marner make a play like that in his life.
I've seen that before.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, gee, it was so ugly.
Maybe not in that particular situation, but I've seen that no-look pass for him not work.
I was in overtime.
Yes, it was.
Game over.
Right by your net.
Right. Didn't make a 10-foot pass. You know what I mean? But I'm not worried about Vegas. I think Vegas is going to be just fine. As a matter of fact, I'm saying I really think that Colorado, Dallas, and even Minnesota will start to separate themselves from it, and all the other teams will scramble to stay with them.
Well, Minnesota, winners of their last 7 now. They're
Here
really
they
turning
go.
it up.
And after that messy beginning,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Now, I just want to say one thing when I'm saying, when you're talking about teams, like what you like and you don't like, Tyler Seguin's one of my favorite players. You see the season he's having?
I haven't seen his stats.
He's one of the best players on the team, two-way, no doubt about it. But they have Rantanen, don't they?
Yes, they do.
The guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit. He's a great hockey player. He's huge. But, I mean, it's just the other thing. Every game I see that guy do something sneaky dirty to a smaller player.
Well,
every freaking game.
A few games ago wasn't so sneaky dirty with the suspension.
He got caught. He should have got suspended 2 in a row for doing that. But he's a great player. He'll go into the corner, but he's sneaky. He's got that European sneaky dirty shit going on. Like, you know what I mean? You see guys go to the corner, and all of a sudden you see them on the ground, and Rantanen's coming to the front of the net. He's just sneaky dirty. But guess what? Every team in the league wants a sneaky dirty guy to score 90 points.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it should be interesting. I really believe.
Well, Rantanen's on pace for well above 90 points right now.
Oh, God, yeah. And he's a great skater. Got a great shot. Got everything except that one little part. I hope someone beats the living shit out of him before the end of the season. Because I used to like him. When he was on Colorado, I thought
sure, me too.
But when you see him play now, maybe it's because he's realizing maybe he took some shots he shouldn't have. Because his game has changed for the better in the fact that, like, wouldn't you like to see Matthews play a little bit more like that? Even though Matthews has been throwing his body around a little bit more. But wouldn't you like to see him play like that kind of aggression, especially in the corners?
Just someone on our team playing like that.
In any event, I'm thinking where we are in hockey. I don't see anything changing in the East for a while. I don't see any separation except for the 3 teams in the Metropolitan on the top.
What about Edmonton?
Can I get to one of my questions?
Oh, sure.
One of my questions is, which team is not going to make the playoffs? The Edmonton Oilers or the Toronto Maple Leafs?
I would bet on Edmonton to make the playoffs.
Because the West is weaker?
Because McDavid.
And Draisaitl.
Yes, sir.
The other night they were invisible in one of the games.
They're already
Next
talking
night
about
6-1.
They're already talking about throwing Skinner overboard.
I feel sorry for the guy. The other night he gave up when they lost 8-1. See the 8-1
I just think he needs just a change of scenery.
4 of the goals Jesus wouldn't have saved.
If he is on the right team in the right tandem, I think he could really shine. Edmonton ain't it, though.
So what do? Do they empty the bank to get Soros?
Well, they have Ingram in the waiting.
We haven't seen him play, though, have we?
No, we have not. But
okay,
I mean,
so wouldn't it be a better deal?
Well, I would listen. I would give him a look before chucking Skinner overboard. But it's an option.
I'm saying, why don't they go after Soros? I heard the price
Probably
is too high.
And he's small too.
What's his name? The general manager there?
Bowman?
No, the general manager for.
Nashville.
Used to be the
coach. Yeah.
We know who he is. Sorry, people.
Barry Trotz.
Barry Trotz. This guy was supposed to be putting together a team that could compete, which looked like it could have, and they're not. Nashville's just fucking terrible. Let's get cut to the chase.
I called it contender for last place.
Oh, they are just freaking brutal.
And I heard the locker room there is turning toxic.
Oh, it's already gone on. Stamkos is bringing beer to the games, basically. You know what I mean? But here's the problem with that team. It's pretty simple.
Old, slow.
And when you go to ask them for a trade, they want freaking thousands on the dollars, not pennies on the dollars. Like some of the things I've heard that what they ask about Stamkos, you can't give up that much for Stamkos. Soros, the goalie, who's small, when I'm still saying like maybe he's past his best before date.
He's not even that old.
No, but I mean he's small and a little bit beat up. They're asking a king's ransom for him. What's the defenseman on Nashville that's good.
Yossi?
Yeah, I don't think maybe it's time for him to change scenes. They're asking.
He's the guy I would not undersell.
No, but they're asking what is he, a first round? Thing is, first round pick, prospect, and a guy in your roster.
That's what I would want for him too.
That's what they're saying. They want the same thing for
Stamkos. I mean, with his season, you're not going to get that.
You can't ask a first round pick for Stamkos. I love the guy. You can't ask for a first round pick. Can you?
That's like a second round pick and like a B prospect.
Okay, so what are they going to give up for Saros? If they give up, what are they going to ask for him? They want a first round draft choice for Saros. You're going to give one up for him?
No.
So. They're the sinking ship. They're the rock that's pulling them down to the bottom, and they're not going to make any trades, and everybody's banging on their doors. Number one team.
I think Barry Trotz is getting exposed as a coach, not a GM.
I didn't want to say that, so it's the same situation in Vancouver. Where's Vancouver going? Everybody's knocking on their door, and they're asking for the sun, the moon, the stars for everyone, too.
They might get that for Quinn Hughes.
Oh, you got to. It's Quinn Hughes. You know, and Quinn Hughes is just not even trying, I think, anymore. You know he's leaving town. So the thing is, he's not...
Oh, I would not say that. He's over a point per game.
How many games has he played?
20.
He's played 20, has he? I just think he's a phenomenal talent. Okay?
Well, we said before, one of the top defensemen in the game.
Okay, so what's going to happen? Where is he going to get traded to? They're not trading him to Jersey. They've already say that. So is he going to trade him to another team? He makes a playoff run and then he goes to Jersey? Is that how it's going to work?
I don't know. I imagine they would trade him to the East.
Oh, he's definitely going to come to the East. And who are the prospects to get him? You know one team I heard and I couldn't believe
Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay, oh yeah, they're banging. Oh, that's John Cooper. He's going, yeah, that guy, we're going to the Stanley Cup.
And Breezeball is not afraid to trade first-round picks. We know that.
And not taking one step further. Pittsburgh is in the whispers. What are they going to do with the guy?
I don't know what they're going to give up for him. I guess they have their first-round pick. I don't know what else they would add to that. But
Pittsburgh's not a bad team, but they're not a great team.
No.
Crosby's looking like $1 million. Malkin's looking like he's freaking found the fountain of youth. Letang's playing great, and all those kids are good.
Man, I'm just worried if they get him, like, is that too many of the same guy? Because now you have Hughes, you got Carlson, you got Letang.
Ooh, that's a very, very interesting point. But Pittsburgh's forwards are good. They skate very well.
Oh, agreed.
You know what I mean? Like, they look good. And a couple of the kids are showing up. Is a guy named Lindell on the second line? Oh, that guy's in Boston. Should look up.
Lindell, that's Florida.
Or Florida, yeah. What's the guy on, the young guy on Boston's looking pretty good, too. His name starts with an L. You know another good hockey player I realize I wish we could have had him? Is this Wyatt Johnson kid? He might score.
Dallas, yeah.
He might score 40 goals this year. He just sits around and gets it. If he takes more chances, and Robertson, they got so many guys that go to the net.
Well, Wyatt Johnson was like whispered with Team Canada. I don't think he's going to make the team. If there was a Canada B team, he would probably
he'd be on it. And he's only, 22?
Oh, yeah.
He'll be around young. For the next
he's
time.
Young.
Him and Byfield are all the next generation of guys that are playing. But doesn't that commercial say the golden era is now?
Well, that's an NHL. That's marketing. That's marketing.
Interesting marketing on the part of the NHL.
Well, they're trying to, again, it's not for you. It's for the kids.
So we have...
They know that you got you old guys already hooked in.
That's the problem. So when they insult us with the golden era, here is now. And if we want to see the highlights, we got to watch a cartoon.
Oh, my God. You got to take everything so personally.
I don't. I'm just saying, I watch too much sports for starters. So anything that's just below this level, I'm going, what? I'm old.
So I know you wanted to ask a couple more questions about hockey before we moved on. So you said it's the worst save percentage in the league since 2020.
Yes.
I think that's because every team plays pond hockey.
That's for starters. But here's another interesting point that I heard. What's the guy that's a goalie that's, is he the general manager of Vancouver? Oh, the guy with the bald head used to play goalie.
Yeah, he's
Pittsburgh. He was Pittsburgh general manager forever.
Yeah. Oh, Rutherford.
Yeah.
Well, he's Carolina GM for forever.
And the Carolina GM. Okay, so I heard him say it, and I heard a couple other coaches are saying the problem is with the condensed schedule is
that too.
They're not letting guys get out to practice because they're trying to save them for the back-to-back. So it's like any other sport. If you don't have continual reps going on, to like actual reps going on during practice, how can you convert that to a game? Oh, guess what? They're not practicing. There's a lot of film sessions. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of assistant coaches talking to guys, but that doesn't relate to the ice because they're not on the ice when they're going through all these situations. Look at NFL football teams. They do freaking walkthroughs in the hallway of lobbies in hotels. You know what I mean? But that's just for the technique, but they've already done it in practice. But where does
football's a little different because you just play once a week.
But but the bottom line is the condensed schedule, I think, has a lot to do with it. I think
Olympic year has
a lot to do with it.
Well, and it's extra condensed because the Olympics is my point.
Exactly. Yeah. And like you were saying, everybody's playing pond hockey. Let's come out and score. Your agents say score, get points. That's your contract. We know this will tighten up towards the end of the year. But have you seen the pace of some of the games? My question is, the pace of the game's that high. The shots haven't gone up. The save percentages have gone down, but the shots haven't gone up.
Because people are hanging on to the puck more, looking for the high quality chance.
I just think that's insane. In any event,
if it's turning into higher shooting percentages, you can't really argue with that.
There's not higher shooting percentages.
But if save percentages are lower, then shooting percentages are higher. That's logic.
Oh, I got you on that. But I'm still saying that the amount of chances you're getting opposed to how much you score, there's still a stat we could freaking bend here and there to make
Scoring is up, though.
Scoring is up.
There we go, then.
Okay, scoring is up. But the percentage of shots on goal is not up. That's what gets me.
But you can't argue with the results if the guys are scoring more.
Well, it's a weird dichotomy right now. I expect us to say something 20 games from now to see if it's different. You know what I mean?
I love that A word, analytics.
Too many goddamn stats for me. Okay, the next question I want to ask you, is it because there is no development for defensemen in the NHL right now? Is that part of the problem?
No development for defensemen? I don't think so, because guys are allowed to cook in the minors. You don't see defensemen like...
It takes them a couple, 3 years.
Yeah, well, there's the 300 games thing we know where it's like it takes a guy like 5 seasons to really find his way, or 4 seasons to find his way in the NHL. But like, I mean, teams I find are pretty patient when it comes to developing defensemen, don't you think? They won't rush guys to the NHL.
Then tell me why we have so many pizza delivery men. The biggest problem in the NHL is delivering pizzas. You thought Toronto was bad? I seen Vegas do it the
every
other
team
night.
does this. Yeah,
but it's come to a point now where I think
that's a coaching thing. They're telling guys to take that risk because they're saying like, well, you'll win some, you'll lose some.
Oh, but I think it's more than that. I think that the breakout in the transition game is everyone's trying to fire the puck up the middle, because the second biggest problem in the league is neutral zone turnovers.
Sure.
When you're playing pond hockey, if you got a neutral zone turnover and you're going the other way and your defensemen aren't experienced, guess what? Your goalie gets exposed. So I see a lot of that watching all the team. There's one thing in common. Once you get to the defensemen that are not the top end guys, which are saying about the league being watered down, the pressure on them, especially when it's like a 2-2 game and it's late, then everybody's got they're one pass away from a panic. Do you know how many times I've seen the goal scored because the guy delivered a pizza? I'd be tired of pizza by now. It's insane when you think about it, what you've seen.
Tired of pizza.
Well, I love pizza, but not on a hockey field. You know what I mean?
On the rink,
on the rink, and it happens all. I've seen Letang give up one last night.
I'm still taking issue with you saying the league is watered down, because like teams 5 and 6 defensemen are miles better than they were like 20 years ago.
That's for skating purposes, but also
every purpose, because like back then, like your 5th, 6th defenseman was some bum who's like he was just like that pure stay-at-home guy, could not move the puck, could not score.
Okay, so the game has changed. The game has changed.
For the better.
Okay, in this respect, because the game is faster and I love the pace. However, when the pace gets to a point where it puts pressure on young defensemen, they start coughing it up, the red light goes on. And I see that all the time. So I'm just saying that the developing of defensemen...
I think teams are also stronger on the forecheck, too, which contributes to that.
Some teams are. I agree. And especially if a team that hits, which
a
is
lot of teams are aggressive on the forecheck.
Got to be aggressive. Yeah. If you're playing pond hockey, you better be aggressive or you're going to expose the back
there you
end.
Go.
But you have to hit, too. You have to be aggressive in the corner. Like, you know what I mean? I hate to say it, but Slavkovsky, it's not necessarily on the score sheet, but if you see this guy, like, I guess someone put a fire under his ass because he got taken off the top line. When you see him out there on the forecheck, he's a freaking beast. He'll go in, he'll take the puck away, he'll bang, he doesn't always score goals. He got one the other night. But, I mean, I don't see enough guys doing like that. I see Robertson on your team doing that, and how big is he?
Right, he's not big at all.
Okay, but he's going in there like 10 men trying to do that. That's the difference in going forward. I think that the development of defense, when we're going to see in the next 20 games, but I think that's a serious problem with the league.
You guys have a shot at the Big Ten championship. I had no idea.
Oh, yes, we knock wood when you say that. Knock wood. Just don't say that out loud. I didn't say that, did I? I didn't say nothing yet. Okay, so let's go.
Yeah, back to the topic at hand.
Okay, and my last question that I'm going to ask you, it is now Thanksgiving Day, American Thanksgiving, which has traditionally been the harbinger of how your season's going to go. So I'm going to ask you this question.
Sure.
How many Canadian teams making the playoffs, would you say right now? Right now,
4.
all of them. What? Okay, first of all, how many Canadian teams are in a playoff position as we speak right now?
2.
2. And you're suddenly going to get 4?
I believe in Edmonton and Winnipeg. I think once Hellebuck comes back, Winnipeg's going to right the ship, and like Edmonton.
Okay, so you got.
I'll always bet on McDavid and Draisaitl.
Oh, you got to. So I'm going to say I was going to agree with you. I think that Winnipeg and Edmonton will right the ship and down the road.
Calgary's dead in the water.
Oh
Let's
yeah, no.
They're
They're completely out of the picture. So now
Vancouver's there too, actually, probably.
Oh yeah,
too.
so Vancouver's gone too. So Calgary and Vancouver were cutting out. Winnipeg and Edmonton will keep it.
And Toronto Bear fucking tie their bootstraps.
Okay, so they're in trouble. So that means that leaves us with what? Ottawa and Montreal.
I think they're in.
Both of them?
I had them both in coming into the season. I'm sticking with it.
Okay, that's what we're going to see because I'm of the belief that it's only going to be 3 Canadian teams, maybe 4.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
Hopefully, but one of the teams that I'm scared of is my own Montreal Canadiens because we have to stay consistent if we're going to make the playoffs.
Agreed.
We can't take any chances of having 3-game losing streaks and shit like that and confusion with the goaltending because our tandem could take us there. Mm-hmm. And I think we should be the ones out there. Everybody in the league is looking for an extra defenseman. We're in a position right now where we have all guys under contracts. We can afford to give up a draft choice.
Sure.
We're the team that should go after Josie.
Guys, you're going to have to pay.
Let's pay.
You're going to have to give up a good defenseman to get him too.
So we give him Carrier.
Not good enough.
No, we took him from them.
Yeah, they're not going to take him back.
Okay, so who do we give up?
They're going to want someone like...
we can't give up Matheson, Hudson, and Dobson are playing 20-some minutes.
Gooley?
What's that?
Gooley?
We don't know. Gooley, we don't even know when he's coming back.
Oh, that's true.
So you know what I mean? If we had Gooley on the team right now, I think we'd have a better position. And we're not even... There's no timeline for him to coming back. They're talking February. 3rd time season in a row, and this guy's like a chunk of games. I would give up Gooley right now if we're playing this good. If there's a chance to get them, and then Gooley will go.
I'm just saying to get Yossi, be prepared to give up your 1st-round pick,
Gooley,
your top prospect, and a pretty good roster player.
So let's put it this way: Montreal has 2 goalies that are sitting down in Laval that everybody's sniffing their asses up on,
and Nashville likes goalies.
So. They could use Soros as a trade piece because they picked up a young goalie prospect. So they could get draft choices for Soros and they could get draft choices for Yossi, which is a thing Trotz could do considering the condition of that team. They're going nowhere this year, bro. So why don't you stack? You could get a couple number 1 picks for this. How old is Josie now? He's not even 30, so he's okay.
No, he's over 30.
Oh, he's over there. I mean, Soros. Soros is not 30.
He's 30.
30? Okay, so those guys are 30 plus. You know, and so at this point in time, goalies will always be good. We don't know where the defense will always go over 30. They usually can stay around for a few years.
Here's the thing, though. What other teams are going to back up the Brinks truck for Soros? I don't see it.
I think Edmonton might take a shot at him because that's the biggest problem with Edmonton is...
That's not the guy I would bet on if I was Edmonton.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this. We don't know where goalies come from. We really don't where they're going to come from. So I'm going to say this. Out of nowhere, I think that Wedgwood of Colorado should be on Team Canada.
I agree.
So it should be Logan Thomas.
Or at least he's at least in the conversation.
You're a team that lost 1 game all year. You're the number 1 goalie on that team. Their backup goalie's okay too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a tandem that's working. But their number 1 is Wedgwood, whatever his name is. Guy's been spectacular.
Binnington's spot is in trouble all of a sudden.
I
still think they're going to take him, but...
I heard, what's his name, Rutherford the other night saying, blah, 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 Binnington. Blah, 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 Bennett. But they're not showing it on the ice.
No.
Now, they're going to say that Bennington's going to come to a Team Canada. He's got that attitude. He's got that moxie. He's got that guile. That suddenly he's going to be better just because he's playing in front of a better
and also,
team.
it's not like Canada's working from a position of strength when it comes to goaltending, so you have that excuse a little bit more built in. Sam Bennett, meanwhile, how many forwards on Team Canada would you take above him? I would probably take 15, 16 above him.
Okay, so he's out of the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, Bennington's got a reputation. I don't even believe in reputation at times when we're going into a tournament at this this big. I want to go with the 3 best goalies, and the 3 best guys that I see going right now for Canada are Logan Thompson, Wedgwood, and Kemper.
Yeah.
They're the 3 guys. I don't see no other reason why we'd pick them. Unless Bennington comes in and becomes freaking
I think Bennington's still in the conversation. I think
he has to be.
I think it's between those 4, though. You're picking 3 from those 4.
3 from those 4.
Yeah.
And I know Bennington has proven in big games that he can be the guy. Remember he looked shaky at the beginning of the 4 Nations?
Oh, yeah.
Then he just turned it on in the way he was. That could be the same
He got better
situation.
as that tournament went on.
I agree. So we're going to have to wait and see on that. And I do hope Savage is going to be on the team. But that's pretty well enough. I guess we should get to our pick, shouldn't we?
Yes, and we should mention as well that next week we will have our first edition of the NHL Power Rankings.
Yes, we will. It's that time. We said we wouldn't do it until after Thanksgiving. Good. Well, we'll have them.
All right. So with our NHL picks last week,
I didn't do bad, did I?
You beat me 8-4.
Yes,
taking the season lead 4-3 overall.
Thank you. Okay, so this is a gimme night.
Is it?
Oh, easy gimme night.
All right, so first off, we got Tampa Bay at the New York Rangers. Rangers suck at home. Give me Tampa Bay. And they are going to want to redeem themselves after breaking their win streak last night.
Oh, Montreal and Colorado are at 3 o'clock?
Oh. Tampa Bay, New York, we're talking.
Taking New York.
Whoa, really?
Yep.
All right, Montreal at Colorado. I'm on the Red Hot Avalanche.
You know what? I'm going to reverse jinx this because you go on a 3-game road trip and you go through Utah, Vegas, and Colorado, and you win 2 out of 3. You're playing with house money, aren't you?
I know, you tell me.
I say when we went on this road trip, if we won 2 out of 3, I'd be very happy. We've got 2 out of 3. Can we do it against Colorado? No.
Okay.
Colorado.
Oh, and sorry, and Colorado is the one that had their win streak broken, not Tampa Bay.
So what are they lost? 2 games now?
Who? Colorado?
Yeah.
Well, just their last game. Yeah. They came off like a 10-game win streak for that.
And they lost in overtime too,
yes,
didn't
they
they?
did.
Yeah, so yeah.
Edmonton at Seattle. I'm on Seattle at home.
I think Edmonton's got to win this game. It's in their time period. They just got to win. Who's starting on goal? I'd like to know who the goalie starters. We got to confirm
for Edmonton?
Yeah, I wonder who we got to confirm is.
Because
they're thinking about using that 3rd kid. They got that kid around.
It says Skinner is expected.
Good luck. We'll take Seattle. You know, I like Seattle's goalie. What's his name? He's a Czech guy.
Decord?
Yeah, isn't he from Czech or Latvia or one of those places?
He's American.
Oh, he's American.
He was the one that almost played for Team Canada at the 4 Nations. He had to decide if he was going to play for Canada or USA.
Right. Then it's the San Jose goalie that's from Latvia or one of those places.
Yes,
that's who it is, right? I love San Jose's jerseys. I like their alternate jerseys. I like their alternate helmets. I like the shark necklace.
Like everything.
God, I like them.
Detroit at Boston. I'm on Boston at home.
I'm saying that this is a tricky game for both teams.
Yeah, because both teams are kind of slipping.
Yeah, they're right now. I'm saying that Boston's having some trouble. I think their streak's going to go on. Detroit beats them.
Okay. For me, when both teams are struggling, just flip a coin and pick the home team.
Okay.
Philadelphia at New Jersey. I am on New Jersey at home.
Because New Jersey's righted the ship.
Yes, they have.
They're a solid team. It took them a while to adjust to the Jack Hughes not flying around. Because, in the NHL now, in the new collective bargaining agreements, there cannot be team parties with barbecues or glass. You say, who was it got fried at the fire? I forget.
Anyway, so you're on New Jersey as well?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy, though?
That is.
Two incidents. Who was the guy? Oh, I have to look it up. Barbecue and glass. The guys are out for 10 games. New collecting a bargaining agreement. You're not allowed to go to a barbecue during the NHL season.
Or anywhere where there's glass.
Or anywhere there's glass. You have to drink out of cans and paper cups.
Toronto at Pittsburgh.
Toronto.
This might be famous last words, but I'm on Toronto.
I'm on Toronto, too.
Wow.
You know why, though? Because Pittsburgh had to play their asses off last night. So did Toronto. But Pittsburgh was down 2, came back, and then won in overtime. Maybe they're going to run it, but they're at home, right?
Pittsburgh's at home.
I'll take Toronto.
Winnipeg at Nashville.
Oh, come on.
God help me, I'm on Nashville at home.
What?
Saturday night record at home is very good. And Winnipeg ain't doing so well.
This Saturday, I know they're usually good on Saturday night. Not tonight.
Okay, Winnipeg's not playing well.
No.
Utah at St. Louis. Give me Utah on the road.
I'm saying St. Louis will steal this one.
Wow. Okay. Buffalo and Minnesota, I'm on the Red Hot Wild.
Let's take the over. Even though Buffalo's goaltender isn't bad. What's his name? See, around the league, I see some good goaltenders got to write their name down, but nobody knows these guys. Like this Greaves guy on Columbus, where did he come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's his name? Knight on Chicago.
Oh, Ellis is actually getting the start for Buffalo, though, not their starter.
Oh, yeah, because it's back-to-back, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Alex Lyon's been their starter. He's been pretty good.
So we'll take Minnesota there all day.
San Jose at Vegas. I'm on Vegas at home.
Oh, Vegas is pissed. They're pissed. They're tired about hearing these young teams coming and slapping them. They lost to Anaheim twice in the last month. No, this could be a killing.
And last but not least, Vancouver at the Los Angeles Kings. Give me LA all day.
And you know how LA plays on the road? I mean, plays at home.
Yes, they're a very strong home team.
Not lately, but just their last few games. They started the season. That record wasn't going so good.
No, it wasn't. Anything else you want to add for hockey?
Go Habs, go.
And best of luck to you for your picks this week. Go Leafs.
You too.
And we'll move this over to our soccer report where the Vancouver Whitecaps go to penalties after a 2-2 draw versus LAFC. They come through and win. They will play San Diego FC in the conference finals today.
Is that the shootout where the guy kicked the ball and it didn't even go anywhere near the net? Did you see that one? Like, what was he doing?
I don't know. Brain fart.
Did you see it, though?
The pressure got to him.
But you how big is a goalie net? He shot attempt.
Yeah.
It was a shot attempt. Yeah, okay. I was brutal when I seen it on because it was like, one of the misplays.
Yeah.
And they showed the guy. I went, how in the hell? Missed everything.
Yeah. MLS now at playoffs is Final Four, so it's Vancouver versus San Diego on one side. The winner of that will play the winner of Miami, New York City FC next Saturday for the championship.
So you think Messi just wants to win this so he can have another notch on his belt?
Of course he wants to win this.
What's the only thing he hasn't won? MLS.
Yeah, I guess.
He's won everything. Think about it. He's won everything, but he hasn't won MLS.
Well, he hasn't won a Euro Cup.
Oh, that's right.
It's a joke. He's from Argentina.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to say, how did I get that? But he's won Copa.
Yes, he has.
He's won, but I mean, so all the big.
He finally won Copa a few years ago. Yeah,
that was one of the finally things. But he's won World Cup. He's won Copa.
Yep.
He's won
Champions League.
He's won Champions League. He's won Premier League.
Well, he's won La Liga.
La Liga, yeah, okay. So now, what does he got to put on this thing? Not a lot of guys have that resume.
Yeah, to come over to North America and win too.
Meanwhile, nobody knows what Ronaldo's doing, eh? Collecting money.
Crying.
Collecting money.
Wiping his tears with his
dollar bills.
Greens, yeah.
He is crying, eh? The
That's
quality
his problem.
Listen, it's like anybody.
You sold your soul.
That's what I'm just gonna say. When you go there, you know what they say. The MLS is better quality soccer than the Arab League.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so Ronaldo's running around there scoring 100 goals and nobody's paying attention.
Yeah.
Sorry, that your legacy. You know what? I was him, but he got more money.
Of course, he got more money.
But why did Messi go there? Because Miami is closer to Argentina. That's what I think.
And your reputation stays better. Probably better competition because Messi, we know he wants to win that one more World Cup.
Yes, he does.
So,
but it was a 3-hour flight, isn't it? Florida, Argentina?
Well, I mean, depends where in Argentina you go to, but
it's a pretty big. But I've heard the average flight to wherever he goes in Argentina is like a 3-hour private jet.
It's not bad.
No,
that's like here to Florida.
Exactly. Yeah. I heard it's less than here from Toronto to Florida. I think it's a shorter flight from Florida to Argentina.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
All right, so my newest edition of the Power Rankings may surprise you.
Yes, because I seen some scores.
All right, so number 5, they are second in the Premier League. They are fresh on my list, Chelsea FC.
Getting a lot of press, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Who's their big guy?
Cole Palmer.
Oh, yeah. Good player.
Nice, man.
Nice player.
Great player, dumb as a rock, though.
You think?
Oh, my God. You see him, talk about other stuff? This guy's just, football, doesn't know shit about anything else.
That's good sometimes. Yeah. That's good sometimes. Okay.
It's good as if you're not his wife or girlfriend, I suppose. Number 4, they are up a spot last week. They're the defending champs. They are number 1 in Ligue 1. They are Paris Saint-Germain.
They're rolling along, aren't they?
They certainly are. At number 3, hanging on at number 3, they're number 1 in La Liga. It's Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, they're good. Who does Mbappe play for again?
Real Madrid.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
Okay,
we'll get to that.
Yeah, I seen that.
At number 2, they are down a spot from last week. They're number 1 in the Bundesliga. It's at Bayern Munich. And number one, they're up a spot. They're number one in Premier League. The last perfect team in Champions League, the Gunners.
The Gunners.
Arsenal.
So you put them at the top, did you?
I had to.
Really?
I
thought you'd have them 2 and still Bayern Munich at number 1.
No, because Bayern, well, we'll get to Bayern, but Inter.
The Gunners.
Inter was number 4 on my list last week, but they fell to number 4 in Serie A, and they had a little bit of, well, we'll get to Champions League, but yeah, they're off my list.
The Gunners play Gunner ball.
Yes, they do.
And I love their uniforms. I like that you know what? They play like they play aggressive.
They certainly do.
But Chelsea plays aggressive too.
Yes, they do.
And I think aggressive teams tend to do what
score.
they're doing. I don't say Bayern Munich isn't not aggressive, but they play more machine-like. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't watch enough soccer, but they have a very good system, like station to station to station to station in the net.
Sure.
Where Chelsea and Arsenal go forward, go forward. I love it. Who's the striker on Arsenal?
Oh my God, what's
South
his name?
American guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like I seen his highlights last week. He's great. He should have had more goals than he did.
Well, we'll see. Let me find who you're trying to talk about here.
Yeah, it's a South American guy. I just seen him on. I just watched the highlights film. I found a place on the box. You can get La Liga highlights, you get Premier highlights, and South American highlights. It's just a show. I don't know half the players, but that's another story. Good highlights.
Yeah. Well, whatever. We'll find
them.
Yeah. So around the leagues, Napoli defeated struggling Atalanta 3-1 last Saturday.
What happened to my team? I was cheering for them before.
Just not your year sometimes. Milan won 1-0 at Inter on Sunday. Pulisic with the winner in the 54th minute. A nice little tap in.
He's out, isn't he?
Who?
Quick, this is important to me. That's out. That's not a touchdown.
I didn't see.
Okay.
College, you only got to get 1 foot down, right?
He didn't have the 1 foot down.
Arsenal beat crosstown rivals Tottenham 4-1. Eze, is he the guy you were talking about with the hat trick last weekend?
That's the guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the guy. I love his style.
Yes, he great style. Everton beat Manchester United 1-0 on Monday, but the big news was Idrissa Gueye getting a red card in the 13th minute for slapping his teammate Michael Keane.
What was that all about? And Michael Keane's a veteran.
Yeah, he is.
Why are you disrespecting the guy?
I guess he didn't like being shown up on the field. I understand that, but like,
come on,
bro, slapping your teammate on the field? And despite that, Everton still won at Manchester United, which like now United fans are like furious about this. They're like, how did we let them come into our building a man down and defeat us? Manchester United, man, how the mighty have fallen.
Ooh, I heard it's not.
Sorry,
happy
producer
there.
Jay.
Yeah, how you doing, Jay? We like Arsenal. House that happens got a new Arsenal.
Well, you like
there.
Arsenal.
Yeah. The Gunners.
So the big ones around league this week, we got Monaco hosting PSG today, and Chelsea hosts Arsenal tomorrow, battle the 2 top teams in the Premier League.
What time is that game on?
Tomorrow?
Right?
The Chelsea one you're talking about? That's going to be on at 11:30.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Ooh, that could be rough. I'm going to come down and watch it because, you know what? I went through the box. And I found, like I just said one day, because I don't even know what's on it, I just went surfing here to see what I could find.
You found the soccer channels?
Oh, man, there's a bag load of them out there, eh? And they just have highlight packages. That's where I seen the guy scored the 3 goals, where I seen Mbappe do his thing. Guy's amazing.
Yeah. All right, so for Champions League, we had that this week. Juventus pulled out a 3-2 win at Bodo Glimt. Jonathan David, our boy, scored the winner in the 91st minute. Mm-hmm. Napoli shut out Qarabag FK 2-0 at home. Dortmund dominated Villarreal 4-0 at home. Chelsea stunned Barcelona 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. Barcelona lost Araujo, his second yellow in the 44th minute to a red card, and really they never recovered from that point.
That's a huge win, though, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Mega. I heard them yakking about it. Like, that's why Chelsea's getting all the press.
Barcelona not looking as strong this year.
Huge win. 3-0, too, eh?
3-0 at home.
Yes, yeah.
Manchester City fell 2-0 at home to Bayer Leverkusen. Once again, Man City fails despite winning on the stat sheet. Stop me if you've heard this one before.
More than twice, but there's enough games for them to get back in it, right?
Yeah, but it's looking like Mbappe scored the hat trick in 7 minutes, and he added a 4th goal in the 60th minute to carry Real Madrid 4-3 at Olympiacos.
They couldn't stop him.
No.
Did you see that one scissor kick goal? Like, come on. How old is that guy, too? Like 20-something?
Yeah, late 20s, I would say.
Late 20s now?
Yeah.
Top 5 player in the league?
Oh,
in the world?
For sure.
Okay.
Liverpool continues to slide, losing 4-1 at PSV at home. And Liverpool, they're also 500 in the Premier League. They're 6-6, 12th place for the team that dominated last season. Insane.
They got enough games to come back, though. I've been hearing these guys talking about it, and they say
but to get back to the top and like get a Champions League spot, that's not a given.
We're
third through the season.
Exactly, but they say if they just play, if they make a run, not necessarily run the table, but if you look at their schedule, one of the guys was saying they could win. What is it? I forget how many matches. They got 8 wins that they could have coming.
We'll see.
Well, that's a long way. That's not football. You play because these soccer
They
games.
lost to PSV at home, man. I don't know. Things aren't going well.
Yeah.
Atletico squeezed past Inter 2-1 in Madrid with Jose Maria Jimenez scoring the winner in the 93rd minute. So big loss there for Inter.
Yes.
Arsenal fired upon Bayern in London, winning 3-1, outshot Bayern 14-6, 8-2. So that's why I had to put Arsenal ahead of Bayern.
Yeah. I think Bayern is going to still be there, though. Come on.
Of course. They're not, I can't see them falling out of my top 5 anytime soon.
No.
PSG triumphed over Tottenham 5-3 in Paris. Vitinha with the hat trick in that one. And 5 of the 8 match days are done now in Champions League. So we're going to go through the standings a little bit just to show what teams are in trouble, what teams are not. So Arsenal, the only perfect team.
Yep.
Right behind them, PSG, Bayern, Inter, Real Madrid. And then Dortmund, Chelsea, and Sporting actually holding on to those seats to get the bye to the next round.
I think Chelsea will get it.
We'll see. Still 3 games left, though. And then you look down the standings. Juventus in 22nd place. And remember, seeds 9 through 24 get to go to those play-in stages. They're barely hanging on. Barcelona in 18th place right now. Napoli in 20th place. So some teams that
were expected.
Yeah, are in a little bit of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And the only team without a single point is Ajax, unfortunately.
Whoever they are.
They're a Dutch team.
In any event.
They're actually good. They're actually a very strong team. They're very famous for selling off good players, but they're Dutch. They're small, unfortunately.
Well, when I was looking at the highlight package, when I found the soccer channel and you could check things out and see what's going on, look at the size of the crowds. They talk about NFL crowds.
Oh,
look at these crowds. Like, average 50, 60,000, no problem.
Yep.
Like, even if you're a shit team and you're playing somebody good, 50, 60,000 show up. Like that Tottenham game when they played that Cross City, the scalpers made a fortune.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't believe it. Like because we forget we're in North America and we think the sun shines out of our ass. Go over there to the Premier League and try to get a ticket for some of these games is just
insane.
And the price. Wow. The world does not shine out of North America's ass, just as long as everyone knows that.
No, it doesn't. So ready to move it on?
Yes.
All right, so we'll move this on to a little bit of NBA talk here. The Raptors close out their NBA Cup group stage with a 97-95 win over Indiana for their 9th win in a row. Toronto moves on to the next stage. They will play the New York Knicks in the quarterfinals of the NBA Cup.
Oh, is that how it's already scheduled?
Yep, because the last night was the final night of group stage.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, and LA won again, too, so they're going to be there. Anyways.
I guess Orlando and the New York Knicks also winning their groups. Miami is going to be the wild card for the East. And then in the West, it's Oklahoma City, the Lakers, and San Antonio winning their divisions. And Phoenix is going to be the wild card.
If Durant didn't get hurt, I think it would have been Houston.
Possibly.
And I don't think they're completely.
But they were in a tough group, though. They were with Golden State, Denver, and San Antonio.
They were calling that the
group of death.
The group of death. Yeah, that's what they were calling it. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, before we got on the air, I said I was saying to you, like, because we know I haven't missed a Raptor game, and I am paying attention to the NBA. I just wanted to get your perspective of what's going on 20 games into the league before I say anything.
Well, I mean, I love what the Raptors are doing. Only a game back of first place in the Eastern Conference. Come on.
They are just unbelievable. Here's the
Brandon Ingram has been everything we could have wanted and more. That's number one.
Okay, so let's take.
And Scotty Barnes has really taken a step, I feel.
One of the best top 5 two-way player in the NBA right now is now, and remember, he's now Scotties Barnes. He changed his name.
Scotties?
He's now Scotties. He's not Scotty Barnes anymore. He's Scotties.
Okay.
You did not know about this?
I did not.
He came down to the press conference. He says, "There are not two of me. I'm now Scotties."
Okay.
Crazy press conference. I wonder if he smoked the joint before he went there. Okay, I'm just wondering. But the Raptors, what they say about the NBA for years is now coming to fruition. If you have 3 wingmen that can play defense and score, you're in the game. Number 2 is keep down the injury factor. Unfortunately, we're going to lose Barrett for another week.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was the thing. The notorious BIB is what we've got going for us.
Barnes, Ingram, and Barrett.
You got it. So here's what was really interesting. Our rookie guy, what's his name? Doyle, whatever. He's a
Murray Boyles.
Give him another 20 games, and he's going to be more of what we expect out of him, because one of the reasons that they drafted him, and I was saying this on draft night, is you cannot deny this kid's defense.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dog. So what happens is when we got to make the switches. Like he started the other night when Brar was there.
He's got 4 starts this year.
Yes, he does. And he's even going to get better once he gets climatized, because he's 19, 20 years old or whatever. He's really young. But the thing about
he's 20.
Yeah, the thing about the Raptors is their depth is starting to come through here. I can never say his name right, but this whatever his name is.
Mamu Kalavishi.
Yeah, whatever. This guy.
You shouldn't make fun of his name like that.
I'm not. I'm trying to say.
No, you were. Come on.
I'm not.
Come on. That's not nice.
Okay, I'm going to try to say it right now because I'm going to screw it up. And I don't mean it, because I'm thinking very highly
Mamu Kalashvili.
Mamu Kalashvili. Kalashvili. Okay.
Mamu Kalashvili.
I am not making fun of the name of this guy at all. If that was the interpretation, I want to apologize to him personally, because he has been a glue guy on this team. He draws out there because he can shoot the 3. He's not afraid to go inside. He's got big elbows and he plays defense. So our big struggle is going to be, do we have another big man to come in there? Because the games that we did lose were the big man, but they also shot an insane percentage. I'm glad that Jack Armstrong pointed it out. Those early losses that we had, the percentages of 3s that were scored by the teams that beat them on that day, they haven't had that percentages for another game, because that just happens. They're going to probably have a couple more of those games, like I said last week. But outside of that, the Toronto Raptors, which is one thing about America, they forget where Canada is. They really do. So we're an afterthought. So finally, 2 or 3 of the big guys.
The Raptors have to prove themselves before we get any respect down there.
NBA Live finally came up and said there's something happening up north of the border that the team that are going there. And not only that, this is when they only had the 5-game winning streak. They brought them up. Now they're on a 9-game winning streak. Now the next 3 or 4 games are going to be much tougher if you look at their schedule. But I'm saying the way that they play defensively, and I'm going to keep screaming this. Mike, if you're listening, do not take ill-advised 3s. This is what I mean. The other night when they were playing Cleveland, and I was talking to you, Mike. Milani, this is what I said. We're up by 5. Watch, Cleveland's going to try to chuck some 3s. We'll get the rebound and go inside and score, and we'll take the lead and win the game. Exactly what happened. The other night against Indiana, which we thought we were going to win easily, we were chucking up 3s. We were 3 for 26 at one point.
It was a scrap of that game.
So why? Because we thought this was you don't mail in any games in the NBA. They come in, everybody and their brother was firing 3s. Nobody was making a shot. Indiana was playing tortoise in the hare. The last 5 minutes of the game, we buckled down, thank God, had a stop at the right time, and Ingram makes the big shot. We should never have been there. If we play our game, which is top 5 transition points, top 5 in the paint, top 5 defense, those are all components of a playoff team. Now, it's only 20 games in, but if you can see that the way we're playing, we should be good. We should be good. You know what I mean?
I'm still a little bit worried about the future of this team at the point guard position. I still don't think Quickly is the guy.
I think Quickly will be fine, but the guy that's going to really be there is our...
He's not a real point guard.
No, but Sheed is. This kid's going to be our Fred VanVleet light.
We'll see.
Oh, no, he's not afraid to take the shot.
No, I mean, but like, isn't that like more of a bench guy, though? I think we need a starter, a better starter.
Any team. No, I think Quickly can do it. I really do. He just turns out, if he keeps down on the turnovers. Here's what's happening in the NBA. If you're not running 9 guys a night, you ain't winning. You're not winning. You got
especially in the regular season.
Regular season, you got to run 9 guys. Now, if you get
I would say more. to be honest.
Well, a lot of times those guys aren't scoring, and a lot of time they get their minutes as if you're up and ahead. Like OKC.
Yeah, but you need to like have those guys in the lineup at least so you can keep some of your big guys fresh.
Exactly, but I mean, this fresh bullshit's another thing I don't want to talk about. But
It's a grind, 82 games.
Okay, yeah, I know, and they're all tight, and they don't smoke weed, so they get more grind pulls. Whatever.
In the playoffs, you can get away with playing 7-8 guys.
Oh, I agree, but down there you got to have 8 or 9 guys, but you got to have 8 or 9 guys to produce. See, the thing is, the fall off in OKC is not that big, whereas the fall off for a team like Houston is.
Sure.
So they're going to be front runners when they're getting there. The same with Minnesota. What's Minnesota's problem? They can't get 7 or 8 deep in. So, in my opinion, which is the exact opposite of what's going on in the NHL, when we get 20 games from now, the pack is going to be so separated that we're going to know that the rest of the season is just going to be, okay, this is the way it's going to be, and there's no doubt about it. Because number one is, as long as OK stays at the top and they could run away with their division, the Los Angeles Lakers are the sneakiest good team in this league. Luka right now is the number one.
What's sneaky about them? They're just fucking good.
Yeah, but remember all the bullshit they went through? Did they get the team together? They have the right rotation, blah, blah, blah?
Oh, I never doubted that.
I wanted to see that they got on the field.
Well, I mean, number one, they added DeAndre Ayton, which is low-key the best ad this offseason.
Do you know that was also the scariest ad?
I mean...
Most pundits, look at his career. I love the guy.
I like him too.
I thought he got a bad rap. He does.
Well, he was also coming off Portland. Come on.
Okay, but who was he on before that?
Phoenix.
So
and they went to the finals.
Okay, so I think he's a great player. He fits perfect for them.
I agree.
And with what's his name?
That was a no-brainer for them.
Well, that's how they needed a big guy.
Yeah, exactly. And we know with Luka, we said it last week on the show too. It wasn't about last season. It was about building for this season.
Exactly.
Right? So.
And LeBron is playing a role. Can you believe that? We're talking LeBron James, 40, turning 41 any day in this month in December. He'll be turning 41 years old, and he's playing a role. So what is his role? Oh, one night he scores 11 points, 9 assists, plays D. What does he do the next night? 25 points and 8 rebounds or whatever. He's playing his role that fits into the game because LeBron is what we would call it, a basketball savant. So he feels the game and plays accordingly. Luka's a front runner already for MVP.
As he should be.
What, so we're going to just say Shea Gilgeous is freaking chopped liver?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, so I think that he should be in the running too. You know, when you think about it.
I mean, right now Luka's averaging 2.2 more points, and he's also got more assists than him.
Well, I'll tell you why.
A lot more assists.
I'll tell you why. Because most of the time in the second half, Shea Gilgeous can sit in the bench. They still need Luka out there to win games. Because, like, I've watched...
Well, isn't that what an MVP is?
Yes, but the reason that the numbers are skewed is if they like he's playing less minutes because they don't have to run. That's what you're talking about, preserving guys. That's what they're doing.
Well,
there.
shouldn't you be rewarded for playing those more minutes then? If the team's relying on you, that's an MVP.
Kind of, sort of, but you're talking about production, wear down, and all this other stuff. Luka's shooting percentage is less than Shea's because he's throwing up more shots for another thing there. I'm not taking away from Luka because he's playing the best of his career. He's in great shape. He's even playing a little bit of D. And Los Angeles is a team to... J.J. Redick has turned out to be a better coach than I realized. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but they're a good coach. Their system plays well. So, in my opinion... and I'm saying this right now, it's not going to be like hockey. In 20 games from now, in the West, OKC, the Lakers, and Houston will pull away from the pack, no doubt, with, I think, Denver chasing them. Everybody else is going to be in a dogfight.
How about San Antonio?
No, Wemba's hurt. The other first-round draft pick is hurt. They still don't have the experience. I still think they're going to make the playoffs, and they could scare somebody, but I just don't think they're ready for prime time. Next year? Because, they're supposed to make their run this year. Because the biggest problem in the NBA is if you don't have depth and you have injuries, you're fucked.
Sure.
And a lot of teams, look at all the big injuries around the league.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a bag load of them, but that's just part of basketball.
AD's coming back, though, for Dallas.
He played last night. He played well, but he couldn't beat the Lakers.
Dallas is dead in the water.
Only because they got the injury bug has killed them, too. But I think they could pull out of it and try to make a run at the playoffs later. But then you got...
They're bottom 5 in the league, though. It's going to be tough.
Well, when you're... What is it? No, they're only 10 games under 5.
They're 5 and 15.
Don't like their chances.
Just half a game back of your Clippers.
Oh, who are a complete mess. I don't understand that. Old and gold. But people are talking about Minnesota and the Golden State Warriors. They're good teams. They don't have the depth, I don't think, to beat any of those teams over 7 games.
No.
You know what I mean? Steph Curry, I still don't think he's a Rushmore player, and is he really a true point guard? One of the greatest players of all time. Who has he got around him? They got enough guys to scrap your way in.
It's a bunch of old guys on that team.
Yes, and you're going to come down, they're going to get beat on. So I expect OKC, Los Angeles, and Houston to separate themselves, especially if Los Angeles, when Houston gets KD back. But don't count Denver out. Denver's retooled properly.
Yeah.
And why can't the Joker be the guy that's still an MVP candidate? See his numbers?
Oh, very well, could be.
So the top 3 is him, SGA, and Luka are the front runners in the NBA for the MVP right now, and I see that pack being separated. In the East, this is the most wide open year of all time, bro. You think about it. Who's there? Indiana went to the finals last year. They got so many injuries, they're not going to come back.
No.
The Knicks aren't as deep as you think they are. You know, even though they're going to be solid, it's the Detroit Pistons who are suddenly the wagon in this league.
Yeah.
Their draft picks, they picked well. They've got depth. They run 9 guys a night. They got anybody off their bench can score 15 on a night, and they play D. I think they're the Raptors' biggest problem because they got 2 guys in the middle, Duran and the other guy, that could give them some problems. And when you talk about the best player on all these teams, it'll be when Toronto plays Detroit. Who's the best player on the floor on both teams? Cade Cunningham or Scotty Barnes?
We'll find out.
We're going to find out. Cade Cunningham is a goddamn beast. You know what I mean? And look at the Detroit, 15-4. Oh, they lost 2 in a row. Detroit lost last night, right?
Yeah, they did.
Wow, they must have went to sleep after Turkey Day. Because Detroit's a party city, eh? On this weekend.
So I hear.
Well, Wednesday night, Pistons. Wednesday night, Red Wings. Thursday, Lions. Friday, Pistons. Saturday, Michigan.
There we go.
So it's all pretty damn crazy.
Anything else you want to add for basketball?
No, but pay attention to the Raptors city, because everybody in this goddamn team, and I'm talking about all the shows in this city, and I'm not going to name them by name, but all the big sports shows that are be number 1 in this city, they're supposed to be broadcasting for us. Leafs. Oh, did you see the Raptors lately?
Well, I mean, that's one show you're thinking of, I can imagine.
That one.
Well, that's because they can't talk anything else besides hockey.
Point well taken. Not even football.
No.
Not even football.
Maybe golf.
Oh, God, I love the golf. That's why one of the reasons I watch it. But you know how I watch? There's 2 shows. I'm not going to say what they are. I watch them both like this now. Oh, stop. What's that? Oh, I watch 2-hour shows in 20 minutes.
There's one on ESPN that comes on in the morning.
20 minutes. You just can't take it. You know what I mean? Like, one of the things that came up, and I said this here just before we talk about things on the show. Remember, I kept saying, is this the year in the NFL where the defense takes you to the next level? We won't be talking about.
Right.
How many times have I said that? Think about the Ds. I finally heard 2 critics say, I know it's an offense league, but you better remember when the playoffs going to come, it's going to come back to the defense. And he brought it up. It's the first time I heard about it all year. Because you know why football's like that? Fantasy football.
True.
Okay.
All right, we'll move this over to Formula One, where we had a crazy race in Vegas. What are you laughing about?
When I found out what McLaren got disqualified for, new lesson learned by Cruz in the game of F1. Oh, my God. You know.
So let's set this up.
Yeah,
so Max Verstappen won the race.
Easily.
Russell and Antonelli completed the podium, but McLaren were supposed to be up there, but they got double disqualification because the planks on the bottom of the car were worn down too thin.
Do you know what I think got them? When the pit crew came in and said, slow down on the corners.
Yeah.
The stewards had to hear that. They were the only
No, they inspect the cars anyways, though.
Well, they do, but I mean, that was a red flag. I didn't realize, an experienced guy like you or Marco, you guys.
I thought it had to do more with fuel, because like Lando said something too about the car. Like I forgot what it was at the end of the race. I'm like, ooh, is the car going to be underweight at the end? Like what's going on? But then
I didn't understand
I guess
anything.
It was about the plank wear. They were
But you knew there was rumblings. By the end of the race, there was some rumblings.
Yeah.
Being the inexperienced guy that I am, they were talking Greek to me and doing algebra.
Yeah, because like there's a plank on the middle of the car at the bottom.
Yes.
It's got to be 9 millimeters thick.
Do you know they said that the difference is like you've got hairs on your body that are thicker than that distance?
Sure.
That's insane. That's insane. Like you're talking about that much? That's nothing.
Less than a centimeter.
less than half a centimeter, bro. I went, this is insane. That's something new I learned again. I go, what? Less than half a centimeter. Get out. Get out. But you know where it is. I understand this. When you don't understand the dynamics of racing and the physics involved, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I just didn't get it at first. But, I mean, McLaren should have known that. That's on the
for
team.
sure.
Zach Brown, you weren't talking to Kopitar after the game that time, man. You know,
sipping on Jack Daniels, though? Oh, he got me there that time.
I got to say, watch it. When he jumps, watch out.
You need to come with the warning label there, Stanley. And you need to get off my mic here.
Anything when you're online and you see those things about doodles, anywhere online, Stanley is Exhibit A, aren't you, buddy? He's the greatest, though.
He is tangled up. There we go.
Look at him. He's there. He's always part of the show. What are you looking at with the tail wagging? We're not going out yet. I took you out early. I fed you. You were great. And we're watching Colorado and Montreal this afternoon.
It's okay. It could have been a lot worse.
Yes.
So Leclerc 4th, Sainz 5th, Hadjar 6th, Hulkenberg 7th, Hamilton 8, Ocon 9, Behrman 10. Ferrari actually had a strong race day considering.
Yes, they did.
Hamilton started last, moved up the pack. Leclerc moved up a few spots too.
Hamilton is still a great driver. Regardless
sure.
of his right, he's just a great driver. The way in being like this is 2 races in a row where he's had to manipulate himself through the track to get into that position. That's just great driving. This Antonelli kid's got a future, though.
Yes, he does.
He's a madman. He's a madman. He's just totally crazy. He's my Celebrini of F1.
Okay.
You know?
What'd you think of Norris's bungled start where he tried to cover Max and then just right off the track?
I would like to say dumbass, but I don't want to make dumbasses look bad. How many beginnings do these guys screw up?
Max is in his head. Max is in his head.
No doubt about it. And then when they got around the corner, and who was it running third at the time? And he had some pace, and they were all fighting for the position.
Was it Russell?
Yeah, Russell at the time. They were all coming up. They were all battling. And as they were doing that, Max is looking in the rearview mirror and going, this is going to be easier than I thought. What was it I said? I think it was...
he just pulled away.
After 20 laps, I said, there's no way. Like that, don't even bother Max anymore. That's why I like the Antonelli kid, because you start watching what's going on in the other parts of the race. And he's a little freaking whatever. You know what I mean? He hasn't caused much damage for Mercedes this year, though, has he?
No. He's been very good.
Yeah, that's because they were talking about that thing you're saying you're going to use so much money for damages and shit.
Yeah, the cost cap. And
the
all
cost
that,
cap, yeah. And apparently he's been underexpected. They expected him to...
well, because we all remember what happened preseason, him totaling the car, right?
Yes, so that's what they were saying. But his performance over the years has proven that was just an aberration. Shit happens when you're young. You're going to make mistakes. I think his future is unbelievable.
Oh, very bright. Very bright.
And that other kid that still runs for Red Bull's second team.
Hadjar?
Yeah, he gonna
might be Max's teammate next year.
I can smell that coming. You know what I mean? And don't you think he deserves it?
I mean, it might be a little early. That's my concern.
Why? Because of his age?
Yeah, well, in his experience.
Antonelli didn't have all that much experience.
Apples and oranges. Antonelli looks like a phenom. Hadjar, he's good. He's very quick. But I mean, we've seen this before with Red Bull, where they get too horny. Their driver development program, they just get excited. We're going to promote this guy right away, and then it's too soon, and all of a sudden, that's kind of his career. We've seen this with Pierre Gasly.
Oh,
We've seen this with Albon.
Yeah. I look at it this way, though. When watching some F1, and they were talking about how you get here and what you do or whatever the case may be, Antonelli's record in F2 or whatever you call the league below that.
Yeah, F2.
That guy was a superstar there.
He was good. Well, he didn't win the championship, but he did very well.
That's because of his car.
But it's a spec series. Everyone down there is pretty much the same car.
Okay. Whatever the case
Either
may
way,
be,
it was
he's
very
gonna be
good.
there. Yeah. And now we got this weekend.
Yes. I also want to add something else about last week. What was it? Either way, Verstappen.
The track was very fast.
Oh, there was a line too. Okay, so when Lando was kind of making his final push down the race, they're like, they made a comment about making a comment to try and get to Max, and I'm like, could they make it any more obvious? Red Bull must be laughing listening to this on their pit wall, just being they're just so focused on Max. It's weird.
He's in their head.
It's so, but why would the team be putting it there? And even there's something during sprint qualifying yesterday where it's Lando was complaining about someone, I think it was Max, impeding on the track, and he's just like, oh yeah, he's doing everything he can to like try and get to you. It's like, why are you like feeding into this?
You're an idiot.
I think that's just like such poor team management by McLaren. Like, don't make it about the other guy. Just make it about your own guy. Just fuck all the rest of that bullshit. Focus on your race. Focus on your lap. Fuck everyone else.
Keep your pace.
Exactly.
And you're good.
Keep the car on the track.
Keep your car on the track. But you know what? Like, in my experience of understanding what F1 is all about, the thing that surprises me is this whole team game just is not a team game. I think
it is and it isn't.
I think Zach Brown deserves a lot. Like, I mean, they're going to win the Constructors thing, so come on.
Oh, they've won it already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're going to get their money. But I'm just saying, where does this put Zach Brown as a leader of a team?
Ooh, man, if Lando blows the Drivers' Championship.
I hope he does. I hope he does, just because, first of all, McLaren's going to have the most unsatisfactory Constructors winning season in
2 seasons in a row.
In F1. Come on. You can't go like that. You're a team. Let's go. And meanwhile, Oscar's pissing at Lando. It just blows my mind. It's so weird. It's just so freaking weird.
So coming into this weekend, Max and Oscar, 34 points back at championship leader Lando. We had the Qatar Sprint and Grand Prix weekend this weekend. So
didn't Lando get? No, Oscar got the sprint.
The sprint pole, yeah. So it was Oscar, Russell, Norris, Alonso, Tsunoda, Verstappen, because he had a little bit of trouble. He went off the track and he kind of damaged, or not damaged, but like made things a little harder on himself.
The wing thing
when he went off into like the dirt there, the sand.
Yep.
Antonelli, Sainz, Leclerc, Albon.
Why do they have sand there anyway? On that part of the track?
I don't mind that. Just like something like you should be penalized for going off track like that, right?
Oh yeah, because that gives you an advantage getting back on.
Sure.
You know, so I get that. I just think it's weird. You know,
I mean, a lot of tracks have sand.
I love this track, though.
A lot of tracks have sand, though.
I like the speed on this track. They were getting up to what, 240 or something?
Fast track. It's my favorite Middle Eastern track.
They were flying around that track, and it's got that new compound that they put down because the Saudis can afford it. That's better for your.
This is Qatar.
Qatar, yeah, but still Middle East. The compound that they put in there is makes the tire management even more interesting.
Sure.
You know.
We also had the sprint today. Do you want me to spoil the results?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I'm gonna watch it a little bit. Oh, might as well because we're on here and we'll talk about the race. Did Oscar win it?
He did win it.
He did. Oh,
yes.
And what did Max do?
Max finished.
I don't think he cared.
I think. Well, I mean, he should care.
For the points.
Yeah, exactly. I had it open. I closed it. Damn it. Give me a second here to open it back up.
Okay, we're going to find out. Anyways, I think with the 2 races left.
Yeah, so Oscar, then Russell, then Norris was 3rd. Verstappen 4th, Tsunoda 5th, Antonelli 6th, Alonso 7, Sainz 8. Oh, so Ferrari fell. Yeah, Leclerc fell to 13.
Really?
Yeah.
Must have had some car trouble.
Something.
I'll find out later this afternoon when I turn it on.
Yeah, so next week we're going to discuss the Grand Prix, and we're going to tee up the finale in Abu Dhabi.
What a race, man. If I win a lottery tonight, we fly there and watch the last race.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be.
That'll be our bucket list. We'll go to one of those for sure.
One last piece of F1 news. Adrian Newey announced as team principal for Aston Martin next year in 2026. Very strange deal considering that's not usually in his wheelhouse. Technical guys do not usually make the best team principal, so I'm very weary of this decision.
But who's going to be standing beside him?
Well, we don't know that.
Where's Horner going?
I don't know.
Rumors.
Rumor is Aston Martin, but rumors are as good
that he
as...
might go with this guy, so he won't have to be a principal. He'll go with this guy so that they have the guy, what you're talking about. I heard them talking about it on F1.
I think making Newey team principal is the wrong move.
Well, that's what they were saying, but if they bring in Horner with them, then they got like a coach for a coach or whatever. I don't understand all of that.
I don't know. I can't see. But
nobody's going to make Horner a principal right off the bat after all the shit that he's gone through.
Not only that, but like if Horner's going to be on a team, he's going to want power. And like the rumor is that Lawrence Stroll has a lot of power. It doesn't really want to unload that power, so to speak. So I don't know how that's going to work. It's going to be that just seems like a problem waiting to happen with Aston Martin.
Well, I'm thinking it this way: 2 heads are better than 1.
Doesn't always work like that.
I can
Sometimes
see
you need
that.
like that one guy
in
just make the decision.
In F1, it doesn't always work like that. I get it.
I'm very weary of this. Very weary.
Top 3 things that works in F1, not only pace and the setup of your car. The third thing is ego. Pace, setup, and ego.
They go together.
Is that the top 3 things in F1? They got to be up there.
They go together
and
like bread and butter.
And tire management, too. But I'd put ego ahead of tire management. All you have to do is look at McLaren to validate my point. Will both of those guys be on the team again next year? They're going to go through this charade
They're both on contract, so yeah.
That's right. So in 2 more years, right? They both got 2.
I believe so.
So they're going to play this game for another 2 years? Wow.
I guess so.
People, if you're not interested in the highest level of competition, I don't get it. I'm going to say it one more time. This whole F1 thing is just every week is an adventure.
Yes, it is.
You know, it's a story unto a story. And the story with inside, the story is even crazier. But it should be a good race today. And I'm looking forward to the final. I hope Max wins them both.
I hope so too.
That would put him over the top, right? No, because that means if well,
it depends on how Lando finishes.
Even you got first place and Lando podiumed on both.
If Lando podiums these next 2 races, he's
in. Yeah.
All right, now we'll move it over to the PWHL. Just a little bit of a setup here. So Toronto has their home opener today against the Boston Fleet, and they are playing Ottawa at home on Thursday.
Away we go. Isn't it 2 new teams this year too?
Seattle and Vancouver.
Good luck to both of those franchises.
Anything else you want to add?
No, we're good with that.
All right, then we'll move this over to MLB, where the Toronto Blue Jays landed a new pitcher, Dylan Cease, a 7-year deal, $210 million. That's $30 million per season. A lot of Blue Jays fans are excited. So now our rotation is Dylan Cease, Kevin Gausman, Trey Savage, Jose Barrios, and Shane Bieber.
I predict Barrios won't even be on the team by spring.
Whoa.
You heard it. Barrios will not be on the team.
The Jays owe him a lot of money.
Buy. Trade him.
You think he's gone?
He wasn't in the dugout.
Are you sure?
Last game.
Yeah, I think he was.
Did he come out for the game?
I thought he was in the dugout the whole time in the playoffs.
No, he was missing in action at certain times.
Are you sure?
I heard, who was it? The insider. Someone in Toronto. Who was the insider in Toronto? Who's the big insider on Toronto? The guy with the beard and the glasses.
Matheson.
He says it's not going good with Barrios and management. They're in big trouble, and what happens is the vultures have come down to see if he's worth getting. But the way that he ended his season and not getting the opportunity to see if his arm worked, his ego got hurt.
Okay.
So now what they're saying is, I think that the Jays are going to go after another starter, and they've got Tiedemann to think about. I think the possibility of Barrios being on the starter right now is 50-50.
Wow.
I'm saying you heard it here first. And I like Barrios. He's one of the most consistent starters in the majors in the last 5 years.
He's still got 3 years left in his contract.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
Rogers got money. And what's he got per year? 20 a year, right?
So it's 18 next year, then 24 and 24.
Yeah, okay, that's what. Yeah, 18, 24, 24, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they can buy him out. There's buyout options on that. I like Barrios a lot, and when I just heard these rumors, because they didn't want to be talking about this during the playoffs because they don't want to look like Toronto the good.
Sure.
But behind the scenes, they say that Barrios is definitely unhappy. He didn't like the way he was handled. He thought his arm was coming back.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either. Now, maybe he's going to come back and work out. He's a physical specimen to begin with. So maybe he'll be prepared and I'll brush it over and he'll be part of the team in the way they go on. The question is this: what do we do with Lauer? That guy should get a bonus or something. Like what he did to get us through that rough spot. Now, he's not going to be a starter. Is he going to be a long reliever? He's not a closer.
No.
Okay, so like I'm saying, he should be going to camp as a guy that should have an opportunity to have a place in the rotation. I really, especially being the left-hander that he is, I think he should get a shot at it. But I don't know if it will.
Well, we got a lot of arms that can start now. That's the issue.
Well, that's great. And Bassett's crying to come back at any cost. Any cost. I heard Bassett's like the dog at the door banging, trying to get in. Please let me come back. Please let me
If we use him in like Lauer as like a hybrid kind of role where it's like a spot starter or like bullpen kind of guy, I wouldn't mind that.
Don't say that 6-starter shit, okay? That's all I'm asking.
7-man rotation. Let's do it.
Get out of here. In any event, I don't think the Jays are done. And let's talk about two things. Let's not worry about Tucker or Bellinger, the two hot guys. Like, Yankees going to sign Bellinger back or not? Or the Yankees going to sign them both?
The Yankees, I heard, are looking to cut payroll, which is insane.
Okay, I heard that one day, and they're in the room for both Bellinger and Tucker. Suddenly, the next day, they're in the room. So what is that telling you? That's not saying a lot.
That doesn't mean anything, though. They could just be sniffing around.
Point well taken. But if you go, like, I've been watching more of the American part of what's going on in the hot stove as opposed to Toronto, because it's Toronto, and you know they're going to say whatever. You get more of a balanced thing on what they're saying in the States. And one of the things that they're saying is that the last couple years, Toronto has got a great reputation as a city to be living in, and they're a very world-class organization when it comes to baseball.
And their facilities are top class as well.
In the minors and here.
Yeah.
Second to none. Next of all, with the Vladdy leading the Latin American guys go, this is the greatest city in the world. Gosman saying, hey, man, they got a weed store in every corner. They're just saying that.
I don't think he actually said that, but.
Okay. Sorry, Gosman, I'll see you at Mary Jane's in a couple hours. Bottom line is what they're saying is that it just took this season from, like, remember Toronto was making the playoffs and then they didn't go anywhere in 16 and they were always knocking at the door. Are they a big market team?
Right,
blah, blah,
right.
all that bullshit. Now we know what the real facts are. We've always been that. So we went to the World Series and the team looking over, and now we got a team like this. I think we should keep our positioning the way that it is. If we get out of bat, like I like Marte has been in the talks. Toronto's been knocking on his door.
Where are we going to put him?
Extra guy is going to be good, because the reason I'm not worried
He's not going to take that deal. He wants to start.
Okay, you got a good point there. But I'm going to look at it this way. I don't think that, well, I said this before, I don't think there's going to be much regression in the offense of this team. And we've got 30 home runs and 85 RBIs that we didn't use last year in Santander.
Sure.
So we're going to add that in. So I'm just saying the rush to get extra guys hitting, which you always going to use an extra bat. This is the American League.
Of course.
I'm not going to say that, but I'm more all about the pitching.
But we're going to have Lucas and Schneider coming off the bench this year.
Yeah, and they're still platooning. Yeah, and we're going to be good that way.
I don't think they're going to be platooning.
Think they're going to be regulars?
No, I think they're going to be on the bench.
But at least, they're solid guys to get in.
Yeah.
When we need
but it's
them
not going to be it's going to be Santander and left. It's going to be Varsho and
Santander,
center, and then it's going to be Barger and right.
And every time we're winning, Santander will be out after the 7th inning.
Yes, sure.
You know what I'm saying that way?
Yeah, throw Lucas or Straw in there.
Exactly. And not only that, but I'm saying that the reputation that Toronto has gotten, I heard the other day where they were talking about money, and they're saying, okay, there's individual money called Cohen, and then there's corporate money called Rogers. When it gets to money, it's all the same.
Sure.
It's just that one guy's directing it more. But I heard old man Rogers has walked into the room and said, I want to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere farther. And Rogers, as they're saying, one of the biggest freaking money organizations in sports.
That makes me optimistic that they're taking over MLSE.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah. It's just a matter of time.
Well, it's just a matter of finalizing the deal, but it's on its way.
Oh, I can smell that down the road. Some people say that's good, bad, and ugly, Steve Simmons, but that's another
who cares what he says?
That's what I said. I'm not worried about you, but the fact is that the door is open that way for people coming to Toronto. So I say we go after Diaz, we go after
definitely
Williams.
relievers. Yeah,
the two, and there's even secondary guys that that are out there in a lot of teams. Like when the winter meetings come, we'll have a little list again about what I think that we should go after, because it not necessarily have to take the top guys in the relievers. If you get those guys that can come out every other day and give you that 2 innings or whatever, there's 6 or 7.
You don't have to hit the home run. You could just go for doubles.
That's right. Well, there's a bunch of those guys there. Like, go after Diaz or Williams.
Sure.
There's 3 or 4 guys at the top.
But if you don't get those guys, it's not end of the world.
Think we should go after Suarez too?
I say we go after everybody. Yeah, exactly.
Go for them all, because that's going to be the ticket there. And the great thing is, and Jeff Passan, who he loves, he says he doesn't walk in a room and the Jays are there.
Good.
He says doesn't matter if it's that minor league guy to the top free agent. He says the Blue Jays have got vultures everywhere. That bodes well for our fan base, that we're being respected. Don't you think?
Oh, of course. And to your point before, I mean, it's been a little bit of a slow burn since Rogers has bought this team, but there has been like improvement year to year, basically. Like, consider where this team was when they bought the team in like the early 2000s, right?
Exactly. And then you know what they did? They played that sit on the fence game, and the board kept changing, and blah, 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 blah. And let's kick out Shanahan, and let's get rid of Missouri. Let's do this. Let's do that.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the Blue Jays, though.
No, but what's happening is that's the way they want to take the MLSE we were talking about, because they completely control the Blue Jays.
Sure.
So what in so doing, we're world class now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're going to have Shakins run this show, who now have been successful. We got to keep Schneider around because he's successful. And another thing that I want people to realize before we get off about this thing, Dylan Cease is not a freaking ace.
No.
Just get that straight. Remember when we signed Gosman, everyone said, who's Gosman? Well, Ceases has a higher profile than Gosman did a few years ago when he got signed.
Sure.
But look what happened when we got, a lot of people question it. Who is this Gosman guy? Well, look what we got. We should expect the same performance from Dylan Cease, and if that's what we get, we can't complain. Agreed?
Yeah, I agree. Who do you think's going to be opening day starter?
Got to be
Cease?
Gosman.
Oh, Gosman?
Gosman's got 100%. Got to. It should go Gosman, Cease, a Savage, Bieber, and who's ever number 5.
Yeah.
Don't count out Tiedemann. They say he's been looking good. He's working out all winter. He could finally come around. But how many years have we heard about these guys when we never get to see them?
Yeah, that's the way pitching goes sometimes.
So let's go out and get those 3 other guys, and we'll have, because you got to have 6 starters to start your season. I'll agree with that. I don't want a
6-man rotation.
I don't want a 6-man rotation, but I want 6 starters when I start the season.
So a few other moves around the league. So Marcus Semien traded to the Mets for Brandon Nimmo. Did not see that one coming.
Is that a payroll cut? Texas is a big team.
Maybe.
Big team, big money. What's their problem?
I don't know. This is a move that could work out for both teams, though.
Oh, I think so too. I think Simeon's got a lot in the bag. He's only 33,
and Nimmo is no slouch himself.
Oh, no kidding. And he's on the guy on the up.
Yeah.
And he's on the up. There was a couple other signings this week that were interesting, though, weren't they?
And Sonny Gray was traded to the Red Sox. That's another big one.
I think Sonny Gray's past his best before date.
I think he's got some gas left in the tank. I've always liked him.
34 starter on that team?
Definitely, yeah.
We'll smack that.
I think he could be like a second or third starter for that team.
We'll have to wait and see. He pitched 180 innings last year.
I'm more scared about the Red Sox than I am for the Yankees. Still.
Oh, me too. Me too. Like, if they make the proper adjustments, they're going to be the team to fight with.
Yeah.
Because they just fell off the cliff with injuries at the end of last season. You know what I mean? Like, they were in the hunt, and then the injuries to 2 or 3 guys are going to get back, and they're already adding on. Even though it seems to me that the owners of the Boston Red Sox are more concerned with the Premier League than they are concerned with freaking the Red Sox. Just saying.
And Liverpool is not doing well either.
Well, there you go. So, Red Sox, fuck you. That's all I got to say. The most interesting thing I've heard in baseball this week, and this is a buyer's beware situation, and we'll never probably see this again in our lifetime, and no team would ever want to see it. Rendon wins a freaking World Series with Washington.
Oh, boy.
Signs for how much money?
He was still the highest paid third baseman in baseball this year.
Think about that. How many games has he played? An average of 40 games a year. Angels are about to buy him out.
That's brutal.
And he's going to retire.
It's brutal.
$250 million later? $275 million later?
Worst contract in sports history?
Right up there. They're saying right now. And they're saying, matter of fact, they were trying to go around the league to think about him. What was the basketball one that was pretty ugly? But there was a couple up there, but they were saying Rendon's more because nobody had the...
Oh, basketball contracts are capped at 5 years, though.
Yeah, that's what they're saying makes a difference. I forget what player they were saying they signed. I'll have to look it up. But the bottom line is nobody's had this much money given to them guaranteed that did so little and then saying, I'm losing my love of the game. Oh, pay me out. Now I'm retired.
Yeah, at least Rick DiPietro didn't say he lost his love of hockey.
No, he just left his glove hand.
Well, and all the injury problems.
Oh, I felt sorry for that guy for 10 minutes. Remember, he was a big draft choice, remember?
He was an all-star number 1 draft pick. He was an all-star a few times.
Yeah, but it just fell apart on him. That was the funny thing. We got a couple of guys that on the roster we haven't signed yet, right? Is there a couple guys?
I don't know.
We'll find out soon.
Anything else you want to add for baseball?
No, but Rogers keep on buying and we'll keep on being happy.
It's going to be a very fun offseason for the Blue Jays, I imagine.
In the front door, bro. In the front door.
All right, so we got a little piece of trivia here before our closing thoughts. Cruz, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I am not, apparently. Let me open it up.
Well, my goal is this. You see me smoking cigars one after another?
Yeah.
By Christmas, they're gone.
Okay.
I'm standing up and saying that's enough.
You've been chomping through them.
3-4 months. You didn't see me smoke them. And now look at me.
Now you're back.
Every 5 minutes, light up a cigar. It's insane. Stupid.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah.
Which current NFL team is the only one to never have played a game on Thanksgiving? I think I know who it is.
I'm going to say it's someone from down in the NFC South. New Orleans has played on that. I don't know if Atlanta's. I'm going to say Carolina or maybe the Chargers.
So
no, wait. Let me look around. The Texans. Oh, they just played on Thursday.
They played Detroit one year on Thanksgiving.
Yes, they did. I remember that. So only one team in the NFL.
In the modern team,
Super Bowl era, right?
Well, out of the teams now, only one team has not played.
I'll say Carolina.
I'm going to say Jacksonville.
Oh.
I think Carolina's had...
I think because of Cam Newton.
Yeah.
So they probably got a game. I think you're right. I think it'll be Jacksonville.
It's Jacksonville.
It is Jacksonville, right? I knew it was from the AFC South or NFC South. I knew it was one of those South. So Jacksonville's the answer?
Yeah. So my methodology there was like it has to be one of the newer teams.
Yes.
And that's the team that
sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Jacksonville in a nutshell.
There you go. But Tennessee was good at one time, so I know they played there. And I do remember Cam getting a Thanksgiving game against Dallas, I do believe. Mm-hmm. So that was in there. Jacksonville's right call. Great question, by the way.
Thank you, Steven.
Yes, once again.
What event are you looking forward to the most this week?
What do you think I'm looking at right now, bro? What do you think I'm looking for?
For me, it's that guitar race tomorrow.
Oh, no, I'm looking forward to that, too, because I think, you know what? I think something insane's going to happen.
Yeah?
Yeah, because everybody's going for broke. It's individual now. It's not teams. The team money has already been there, basically. What a catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the teams are pretty well established what they're going to get in constructor point money. I mean, there might be a little moving here and there, so now it's up to the individuals. So at this point in time, what's Max got to lose? What's Lando got to lose? What does Antonelli got to lose?
He's got nothing to lose.
There you go. So when you put those guys in the mix, when we see the polling and they get out there, could be mayhem in the first corner.
We'll see. We'll see.
Another thing I'm looking forward to, though, is there's another good football game this week. Oh, Dallas and Detroit next Thursday. And I will be nervous all day. That's our season. But that's, because the games I'm watching right now, Michigan's here and Montreal's playing Colorado. I'm really looking forward to that game, and I hope we don't get blown out. But the game I'm looking forward to the most this week is the Dallas-Detroit game. I hope that Dallas pulls a Baltimore on a Thursday night.
All right.
That's all we're looking for.
Wishing everyone in the States a happy Thanksgiving weekend, a safe Thanksgiving weekend. Please stay safe, everybody.
And you know what? I want to thank America for making it one of the best sports weekends in the world. One of the best. Loaded from Wednesday till tomorrow. It's just loaded.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I just want to say that your production values on our clips that are going around the internet are outstanding. We're getting great response. So I will tell you this, before we get to the 15th of December, it'll be my turn to up the ante. My wife thinks I'm a little crazy for some of the promos, but I'll run them by you first.
All right.
Stanley might be part of one of them.
Okay.
I'll just let you know.
All right, my name is Andrew Milani.
Hi, my name is Cruz. Thanks for the great show. What do?
We keep the vibe alive. Do you have a question? We'll answer it on the air. Send it to thehousethathappens@gmail.com. You can find us on Podbean, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeart Radio, Player FM, Podchaser, Boomplay, and SoundCloud. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at The House That Happens, and on X at House Happens.